Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Stone's Live Poker. I'm Jake Rosensteel, here with our trusted
Justin Kelly.
Justin
I'm
Kelly.
Trusted. You guys are so sweet.
Close enough.
I'll take it.
Awesome. 5-5 no limit hold'em tonight. Kind of a messy lineup. I think it's gonna be good.
Messy, like the good kind of messy though.
Yeah. Like there ought to be some problems.
Yes.
It's gonna create.
Again, it's gonna be enjoyable.
We're gonna have like some positive friction on the table tonight. I can't wait. I'm excited. We have the Stones Fall Classic coming up.
Yeah, it starts Friday.
Friday night we have a satellite, a 120 buy-in into 1 in 5 into the $500 Monster Stack Saturday.
Monster.
It's gonna be big. And Monster Stack, we got commentary with, is that you and Tuck?
Me and Tuck are Sunday.
That's Bart and Val.
Bart and Val.
Yeah, Bart Hansen, Crush Live Poker, him and our own Val Cross will be commentating the final table because we know that they're not gonna make the final table.
Ooh, sick burn.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Like here I go, like talking all this junk.
And now
then,
everybody's gonna make the final table. It's just gonna be me and you in here the entire time. It's like, dang it.
God. It's like a step out. So yeah, Monster Stack on Saturday. That's a $500 buy-in, $75K guarantee. We follow that up with a 340 buy-in, deep stack. Got a 6 max, and 6 max is Veronica. And Lon McCarran.
And Lon McCarran, who owns Veronica's Soul, so that should be fun in the booth either way.
And then you and Tuck are doing the 40K deep stack.
Oh
yes?
yeah, super deep.
And then pending that I don't final table, which might happen, maybe not, I don't know. The main event the following weekend, 450 buy-in, 125K guarantee with me and Christopher Moneymaker in the booth.
Nice. The full formal name, Christopher.
I can just I think we were talking before the show. I want to give him just like super trash and just be like, hey man, remember that time in 2003? And just be like, just see where he goes.
And just see, he's like, yeah, let me tell you all about it. Yeah, let me get you another drink.
He's like, yeah, I'm never talking to this guy again.
Fantastic.
Okay, if we're ready, let's get down to the table. In seat 1, we got Jake. He bought in for $400. Seat 2, Jeff Sardell. We all know Jeff.
Yeah, super regular on the stream.
He's sitting on about $750. Bill in seat 3, he's got about $900 in front of him. Cobra. Poker assault weapon, Cobra. He's got a little over $1,200 in front of him. We're sitting.
You have to say it right. You're like, oh, who's at the table? Cobra.
Best. Alex in C5. I don't know. Have we seen Alex on the stream before? He looks familiar.
I was gonna say he looks familiar. I don't know if we played him or seen with him or played with him or seen him on the stream before, but yeah, definitely looks familiar. And then of course you can't miss Peter right after him.
Yeah, no. It wasn't Alex is the kid who was wearing the Flash Gordon thing before. Yes.
Well, he's still rocking it now. So yeah. I respect it. Like the full outfit.
Yeah, no, he's a badass. I love it. Peter in seat 6. Good old Peter in seat 6.
1300 is Peter. Looks like he's sitting on right now.
Sitting deep. Nice. We have a couple AA Rons, an Aaron and an Aces Ron. AA Ron, I don't know. Seat 7 is Aaron. He's got about 1,300. I want to say we've seen Aaron on the stream here once before as well. And then AA Ron, who we're all familiar with, in seat 8's got about 900 in front of him. And everyone's, Veronica's favorite, Anthony.
Oh, call your mother.
Call your mother.
Anthony, call your mother.
Seat 9 sitting on about a K.
Yeah, lots of different dynamic personalities in this table right here. I think you said we're gonna get some good friction going on.
Yeah, I remember specifically Alex in seat 5. He had. It seemed like if I recall, and if I'm wrong, and I'm usually wrong, but he had like 2 completely different gears. The last time we saw him on the show, he was like playing like almost no hands. I mean, part of that was the deck, was kind of was a little cold, a little chilly. but then also he pulled these moves out of nowhere, and I think he had a really big 3-barrel bluff against someone with I mean absolute air. I want to say like he took like an 8-3 or a 7-deuce.
The triple barrel bluff when it works out feels so good.
Right.
Feels so good.
So good. Oh god, so good. Oh god. Loan for cards in the chat. Watt-Bry, GTO Rakeback.
Hello, hello.
Master C, Rick and Barstow. And everyone's favorite, A Barber 217.
Hey Barber, what's going on, man?
What an easy transition, he says, watching Doug Polk win 500K on Twitch, and now watching 5-5. It's like the same game.
It's essentially the exact same.
So Polk did take down the W Coop then. Nice.
Now, guys, I know we're into the first hand here already, but I think we had some technical difficulties on this hand. As you can tell, I don't think everybody is all in. So this hand, we're just going to kind of breeze through it and see what happens.
Yeah, I was meaning I followed Doug Polk on a couple of social media outlets, and I knew that he had final table. He had a really all over the board, up and down ride. I think it was a multi-day online tournament, and then he took a chip lead one day, and then through the first couple levels of the second day, Swan dived and lost most of the stack.
Oh wow!
Ran it all the way back up, and really was all over the board throughout this entire tournament. He kept posting.
Looks like Barber said he got second in a chop.
Oh, second in a chop, nice.
Yeah, very cool.
I'm still trying to get a Dramaha game together with some of the
Dramaha?
Dramaha.
Okay. Dramaha.
No, I heard about this game from Barber, and he kind of gave me a rundown. And in my mind, he immediately just ran with it, oh my god, this could be the greatest thing of all time. It just might be the greatest game thought.
We're gonna mix soap opera with poker, throw in some Omaha. Let's do it.
Yeah, so I put out a couple feelers there. Hopefully, we'll get enough people to get a home game together there and try it out. Maybe Jeff play. Jeff will play. Jeff plays Omaha. Get Sardell in the game. All right, so I think we're ready to get some graphics up here.
Yeah, like I said, Stones Like Poker there's in the chat. It should be fixed either this hand or the next one.
See, we might have it at my house. Just have to invite all the Twitch crew.
Done deal.
Ecostra Nostra, Poker Travesty, everyone welcome to the chat. 5-5, and I think Alex has the button in seat 5 in this hand. Aaron's gonna limp in the King Jack. I think he can open there.
Sardell's coming in as well. Jeff is there.
And we got two limpers and Alex on the button.
Yeah, popping it to 25. And
I think it was at Kings.
I missed it. Our graphics are still messing up here this hand, so they should be corrected by the next one, I'm thinking.
So if I'm not mistaken, it looks like Aaron limped in under the gun with the King Jack suited. Jeff followed suit and limped the King or the Ace Jack off.
3 of them in the flop. King on the flop here.
I'm still trying to see Alex, and I thought I saw did Alex.
Yeah, well, if these hands are right, then that's Case King. King Jack, King 8, King 6.
That's a little too many kings in the deck, maybe.
Oh, here we go. 75 from the button.
So interesting here, Aaron elects to lead out with his king here, and Alex pops him. Aaron, let's go. That's a play. You see a lot of players. They'll put out a little bet to kind of see where they're at.
Yeah.
And in my experience, the way I play it, I'm not a big fan of that move. I mean, some players like it because hey, I found out where I was at and I lost the minimum or whatever like that.
Yeah.
I just find myself, turning my hand face up, and telling players to punch me.
To raise, because I feel like if you let them get away with that once or twice, then they're gonna do it every time. Every time you bet, even if you have a monster, which I guess you could reverse play that back at him, but still. So are you check call mode and see what he does on the turn there or something?
I think King Jack I'm definitely check calling most of the time.
Okay.
I guess it's fine as long as you balance it. Maybe if you're going to lead some of your monsters well, some of your flop sets and stuff like that. If you're going to lead them into, especially maybe if you got a really aggressive, the original pre-flop raiser is a player like that. Who's gonna take an aggressive line there and raise a feeler bet, then maybe you can balance that by leading some really strong hands as well. Jake now picks up a couple black jacks, and with 20 to go. Cobra, the legend.
Cobra, the man, the myth, the legend.
Definitely going to get some action from Aaron over here in seat 8.
That way people see how pity some people are.
Sucks to be out of position, but he's not going anywhere. 783 Rainbow on the flop. Misses Aaron. Jake's definitely going to fire. Fires 35.
I think Aaron can actually might consider check raising here.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't have worked, but
Well,
I mean,
it's one of those scenarios where Jake either has like almost the same type of hand where he just has high cards air, or he has an overpair. It's one or the other.
and 873 is going to miss most of his opening range there.
Yeah.
So then again, I like to get creative. I like to get aggressive. I like to support the poker economy.
Yeah, stimulate the poker economy. We have our own stimulus package here.
I'll
Looks like
just check raise ace high into an overpair.
why not? Gamble. So it looks like quick look at the chip stacks. There's maybe 6 or 7K on the table, something like that. So definitely a solid little healthy 5-5 here.
So I was talking to you earlier, and I'm really debating whether or not to play the satellite that we kick off with on Friday night, or to just dry fire the monster on Saturday.
Dry fire the monster, dude.
It might be the plan.
Yeah, fire the extra bullet on Friday.
It's just bullets.
They're just bullets, dude. You got a gun. You're fine. You might as well use it before California takes them all away anyways.
Wow.
Oh, hey.
So Peter here, he makes it 35 to go with the ace-3 offsuit. Jake, who I believe straddled here, is that what I'm seeing? Or did he just limp in ace-queen?
Well, he's coming along for the ride as well.
I believe Jake straddled there, and Jeff tried to limp into 7-5 suited. Peter made it 35 to go, and Jake rolled flat the straddle with the ace-queen. Jack 7 deuce, rainbow.
Misses everybody. Jake's still here with the best with ace high.
Check bet fold.
You're not allowed to read the future. Calm down, sir.
There's one.
Ooh, checks it.
There's
That's
two.
it. And wait. Is he 3 for 3?
Peter bets 50.
Check bet fold. Have you done this before? Have you played cards before?
Everyone sees when you can see the cards.
I like how Peter does the whole check back in his hand, like, yep, I still had nothing.
It's so funny though. I mean, as much as we've had Peter on the show and on the stream, and we talk about his tight image. I mean, if I'm in a hand there against Peter, I mean, I never expect Peter to have a hand like ace tray off there.
Yeah, no.
But
And I
Peter-
think
yeah.
it's very easy for him to exploit his tight image right there too, because again, Peter's not betting with
Like,
nothing.
he's probably got queens.
Yeah, he's all, nice try, Peter. You're not going to trap me this time, and you're like, okay, and you're gone.
Peter will do that from time to time. He'll just suddenly step way out of the box.
Every now and then, I feel like Peter just changes his transmission. It's like gear shift,
Yeah.
boom. We should have an all stones hoodie game. You can qualify. Looks like Cobra's already ready.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Me, Bill, Cobra.
I got mine at home. I can't help that it's just so damn comfortable. What do you want from me?
So it's interesting here. I mean, and every game kind of takes on its own, dynamic. And I'm already seeing a lot of limping going on here. And it is early, but I mean, the game's been playing, for a little over an hour now before we started streaming. And I mean, considering the players are still trying to limp a lot here, I gotta imagine that they've mostly been getting away with it.
And what I've seen happen too in previous streams is a lot of times you get a player, especially a player like Harlan or somebody who comes in and it's just like, oh, if you guys are all going to be playing this way, then I'm going to do the exact opposite and start totally exploiting it.
Yeah.
If it's a super tight table, then he's just going to start raising and taking down a lot of small pots. If it's a super loosey-goosey table, then you're a little more cautious about where you're at and how you're going to play these hands.
Alex, minute 25 to go pre, takes down a little c-bet on the 7 high flop. Suited aces has cut the top out of the hood. Yeah, looking at Aaron there in seat 8. If he were to don a Stone City, you have to.
Now funny story about that hat. Did you hear the legend of that hat supposedly?
No, enlighten me.
Supposedly, now he can correct us here later if we
Just
catch
make
him.
something up right now. Let's make it
Okay, well there was a burning orphanage. No. Actually, he was attacked by a bear. And the bear, was at him and somehow grabbed his hat. And the only thing that, basically, he got his hat and he ended up getting away, but then he went back and his hat was there and it was pretty much all just shredded on the top. So he just said, just cut it out and threw it on, and this is my lucky hat.
Really?
From when I was attacked by a bear. That's the legend. That's the myth. That's what I hear. He didn't just one day go to the store and he was like, I got it. I'm going to buy that hat and I'm going to cut it out. That's going to be my hat.
It's a good story.
I hope it's true.
But I don't have stories like
that's
that.
That's unbearable. So classic.
I screwed that up.
Do we need the drum and the cymbal? All right, back to the action at hand here.
Jake's gonna lead for 40.
Yeah, no fear. And Jeff's not going anywhere top pair. He's gonna flat.
He's got backdoor diamonds as well. Backdoor straight draws.
So Jake actually pairs his 4 here on the turn. Goes from Stone Cold Bluff to I have a small piece.
That card shouldn't help Jeff too often. On 9-7 deuce, he shouldn't have many 4s. He doesn't. Check bet fold.
Checking out.
Oldest trick in the book.
He's gonna show the 1. Does he show the 9? Yeah, he does.
So yeah, I'm stoked. I mean, we got some really big time tournament poker coming up. We got the Stones Fall Classic here. I'm most excited about right in our own backyard. Then we got a couple of HPTs coming up, and I'm just like looking at my calendar and okay, got it. 1, 2, 10, 11. All right.
You're like, I gotta budget my buy-ins along with my mortgage, so good times.
I'm stoked.
Speaking of, you know what? You're probably going to win most of your buy-ins coming up this next Wednesday. The Veronica and Hostages, Veronica and Prisoners, Veronica and Friends game coming up. Don't miss that. That will be not a week from this Wednesday. Or no, it is this Wednesday. 2 days. Oh man, you'll make all your buy-ins in that game. Enjoy. That's going to be a train wreck of fun. Tune into that for sure.
So Peter takes a 20 to go with the Queen Jack offsuit. Aaron's gonna call with 4s, and Anthony's gonna come with a suited ace. Gonna just call with ace king out of the small blind.
All right, so 4 players.
9-5 deuce, 2 clubs, nut flush draw for Anthony. No one else caught much of anything here. And Aaron is going to put out another little feeler bet here with his 4s. He bets 40.
And Anthony's definitely not going anywhere, especially with position. So Anthony's going to flat call here.
And Anthony's got to worry about Peter being behind him. He was original aggressor here, so he lets it just call. Peter, as it is, Peter folds. Deuce on the turn. I don't see Anthony folding. I'm wrong about a lot of things.
Ah, the classic deep stack final table. You know it. It's classic, standard, all of the above.
Angry Pollock, welcome to the chat.
Welcome, welcome.
I don't wear it in Macau.
So are we drinking mom juice tonight out of an actual bottle, or are we drinking it out of a box? Where is the source of this wine?
I don't know.
Tell me.
Now, word on the street is, I don't know if you can vouch for this or not, but Veronica, there may or may not be footage of Veronica doing karaoke.
Ooh, we'll have to dig deep in the archives, but it might exist.
That might have really happened?
Exist.
That might have happened.
It definitely might exist.
All mom juiced up.
Is there any other way to do karaoke though?
like I just put up in Cambodia. Cool. I'll go check in. Russian.
Hey, Ron over here checking out.
Maybe I'll pop up there. I'll look it up. It's only like
Over to Jeff here, Ace Jack on the button. It's gonna make it a quarter.
mostly if I translate.
And you just have, looks like Bill and Cobra behind. And I don't see Cobra's hand here.
You don't want to know.
But Cobra's coming along.
Cobra puts a re-raise out of the blind.
Cobra.
So he makes it 85 to go. 3-bet now telling me, do you really want to love me forever?
He's thinking about it. He does have position on him, and he is going to make the call.
Heads up in a 3-bet pot. And Cobra's got to expect a deuce 5-4 to miss Jeff mostly all the time. Jeff does have an inside straight draw on 2 overs. The thing Jeff's got to worry about there is if Cobra has got a big ace as well, he might be better, and so his drawing to a straight might be just drawing to a chop.
And if Cobra does have a big ace and it's suited with hearts, then he's really in trouble.
Jeff's thinking it through.
I mean, it's such a board that just, I mean, he has no redraws, no nothing. He's checking out. He's getting away. The thing is, even if he has Cobra at a better hand here, I mean, just Cobra's definitely demonstrating a lot more value out of his hand here.
Well, the thing about the way the hand play being a 3-bet pot with Jeff opening the button and then flatting the re-raise from Cobra is Cobra. I mean, Jeff's got to really take into consideration, which I'm sure he did, is if a 3 does peel off, making Jeff straight, how likely is Cobra to pay that off anyhow?
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, if a 3 comes off and Jeff's just putting a lot of chips in the pot, it's going to be pretty apparent where he's at there.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
So,
everybody know. I mean, you know he has it. His hands basically, like you said, his hands face up at that point. You know?
Yeah.
I'll be on the Gallup.
Because it's not just a matter of whether or not you can get there, it's whether or not you can get paid off when you get there.
I don't like the man. I like the other.
A couple errands limping into a couple pots.
Oh, Aaron's coming, limping along with Ace Queen here.
JAO and approved Cathay.
Call your mother's checking out. Over to Jake and Jeff. They're both gone.
I think I've talked about it, or mentioned in the stream, I know I've talked about Val before. I find myself oftentimes struggling to play against players that have strong limping ranges. Players like Aaron here, you know, when he hands like, you know, when they're just fighting against like Ace King, they're limping Ace Queen, hands like that. Because I mean, you're progressively street by street trying to narrow an opponent's range till, hopefully by the river you got, they only have a few hands.
Yeah.
And when players that limp really, really strong, and they limp, all their hands, and so they have, a super, super, super wide range.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, they can they could have 5-7 suited here. They can have Ace Queen. They could have pocket 9.
Yeah, their range is all over the place.
So sometimes I find myself in spots where I'm kind of I'm doing more guesswork than I really like doing on later streets, just because some of these players normally against all players, okay, well, he limps, so he couldn't never have Ace King, Ace Queen here, so you never have 10s. But players that have strong, that limp really strong, it's like, well, no, they could.
It really catches you off guard, because then all of a sudden they table their hand and they're like, wow, I didn't see Ace Queen suited coming.
Yeah, I raised and he just flattered me with kings.
Yeah.
So like action folds over to Jeff here.
Jeff's coming in for, it looks like a raise. 20 it is. And fold. Back around to double A Ron. He's checking out. Taking it down. I think you are playing on Wednesday, right? Should be fun.
Yes, I am playing on Wednesday.
Don't. Oh, why? Was it like still semi up in the air, and then we just pinned you in verbally, right? The verbal's binding. This is poker. You know this. You guys heard it here. Verbal's binding. If he's not here Wednesday, you guys can beat him up.
Oh, God. I love you, Veronica. Just the worst.
She just put you on blast right there.
Oh, totally.
Well, I helped, so I feel it.
Yeah, you get credit for an assist.
I'll take it. I'll take the assist.
Yeah, I was all up in the air about it.
Well, now you're all up in the seat about it. Get there. Just go dry fire some whatever at Veronica's game.
Yeah. Nothing like, jumping a 1-3-30 game.
Hey, 1-3-30. That's. I mean, that's what else? What else are you gonna do? Come on. What else are you gonna do on a Wednesday night? Get with it.
Anthony makes it 20 to go with Queen Jack suited. It's gonna get through. Joker LAD, welcome. 5-5, no limit hold'em.
Some healthy stacks.
We had Harlan in the booth the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, he cleaned up that game. He was in, I think he bought in for a dime or 1,500, cashed out like 6K. Oh, yeah.
Only Harlan. I mean, we've seen that guy do that. I mean, yeah.
Well, and this is what we were talking about too. You talk about polarized range and everything, right? So everybody knows Harlan can have 3-5-5-7 every day of the week. But when he wakes up with a hand like queens and flops a queen and rivers a boat, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna stack you because I would never have a boat. Why would I ever have queens full? And like people just give him money. I mean, that's I'll tell you what, Harlan though was that session was the king of open-ended. He had open-ended. He flopped open-ended so many freaking times that night.
Bill here opens up with a 9-6 suited. Cobra puts in a 3-bet with 8s, and Bill gives him no love.
Joker Lad, welcome to the chat. Ghost of M, what's going on? I like the dealers can wear their sports jerseys. I'm sure that's a nice change for them. It's nice and comfortable. They're like, yeah, do whatever. I'm sure that starts plenty of flaming conversations at the table, too. I can't believe you'd wear that jersey. I can't believe you'd represent that team.
Weather sports teams. Stones does have some great cash game giveaways during football games on Sundays and Mondays. They give $100 rack attacks for touchdowns. Pick a game in the morning, pick a game. They do all three. They do 3 games on Sunday and then the Monday night game as well. So,
rad.
Stone's giving away $100 per touchdown.
Very cool. So it looks like we got Jake who pops it up to 20 here with Ace-10 suited, and Jeff makes the call as well as Anthony. Flop comes down 4-3-9, 2 clubs. Still the best of it here with Jeff. Jake's gonna check over to him. I'm sorry, Anthony checks, then Jake checks, and Jeff's gonna fire out 40 into 65. Not even a heart out there for Jake to tag along. He is just super dry 2 overs. And he is gone.
No bueno. Sorry, I got lost reading the chat here.
It happens.
Toast to them. What's up? Angry Pollock. Personal Jesus karaoke.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's what I've heard about karaoke.
I won't even bring up the Snapchat right here and show it or anything.
Right.
Because I'm a nice guy. That's where the friend part of the frenemy comes in.
Yeah, I don't know. See, but you're not supposed to. You're supposed to, like, when you're doing karaoke, like, sing, what the crowd, what everyone else wants to hear. And Veronica gets up there and she's like, I'm old, I'm from the '80s, like, I want to, like, sing this.
Is that what she sounds like? Veronica.
It's about what it sounded like while she was singing. I was like, oh my god.
No, we did come to the
Someone put her out
conclusion
of
earlier that
misery.
when she does the classic Veronica old lady voice, that's actually indeed what she will sound like when she's older.
Yeah. Cobra here, top pair, king kicker.
No spades for either player.
He's gonna bet it. Couple red threes, no good for Aaron.
Couple red threes, no bueno.
And I know bueno.
Well, that puts Cobra as our official chip leader here at the table so far. Guys, if you like what you see, click that green heart down there. You can also have a little option there to get notified every time that we go live. Because, for example, our Stones Classic coming up, normally we have our regular Monday and Wednesday schedule, but the Stones Classic, we're going to be going live at different times depending on when the actual tournament's final table up to that point. So just get notified, you get a little notification, it blasts you an email, shoots to your phone. You can hop on and check out the carnage that will ensue.
We just had they just had the final table of the Western Senior Poker Series yesterday as well.
Yeah, I tuned in for a minute.
Congratulations to the Western Senior Poker Series. They come out, put on a great event. I didn't get a chance to see who took it down.
Undead Johnny 138, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the chat.
I sang the good. Veronica, you're the worst. Screw it, I'm out of your game. Kick
Oh
rocks.
man. He's very fragile right now. Don't scare him away from your game 2 days before you actually
I'm
have it.
emotionally volatile. God, even Veronica's chat is drunk.
Yeah, she's just making stuff up that you say. Next, she's gonna make up that I sang the Humpty Dance or something.
Yeah,
she's
right.
gonna be all over
Say
the
whatever.
place. Yeah, for
Make
sure.
it whatever the hell she wants.
All right, over to Double A-Ron, checking out. Aaron's coming along here with 6-7. Every time Anthony goes into the tank, I just want to be like, he's calling his mother. He's on the Bluetooth.
Yes.
25.
Anthony makes it 25 to go.
Taking it down. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the Stones Classic. It's just a matter of, like, how much can I be here? How many barrels can I fire in what games, what tournaments? Like, let's rock, you know?
It's going to be a big one. It's going to be good. Very excited.
So it runs starting this Friday through, is it a week? It's a week long?
Yeah, through the following weekend. So,
Okay, cool.
It starts with our monster stack, or they have like another event. No, they have another event on Friday. They have a Friday event, like a warm-up event. Like it's like a 120 buy-in warm-up, and then the monster stack on Saturday, and it goes through the week. All the way capped off in a 3-flight, 450 buy-in, 125K guarantee.
So guys,
the following
bring
weekend.
a sleeping bag, bring a sack lunch, come on in, get here Friday. You're gonna be here for like a week and some change.
God knows I am.
The other bum in a sleeping bag in the corner is going to be Jake, so feel free to go over and kick it. He'll also pay you pineapple if you'd like. Something small, 50 cents a point, easy money.
Gotta pay for these bullets somehow.
Anthony's checking out. Oh, look, another Stones hoodie. It's getting real.
Telling you.
It's getting real. They're going to keep coming. Jeff's missing out. He's surrounded by Stones hoodies. Look at him. He's surrounded.
I'm with you. I think Aaron ought to get one and cut a moonroofing his.
Do it. That'd be rad. I'm in.
So Jeff opens at the pile. Looks like he makes it 20 or 25. I can't tell yet. He makes it 20.
The only person who doesn't have to actually have a Stones hoodie, though, is going to be our boy here in C5, the Flash.
Flash.
He doesn't need
He's
a
got it
Stones
going
hoodie.
on. Cobra's gonna put in a 3-bet. He makes it 120 to go out of the small blind.
Cobra, the beast. Disjunctive, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the chat. Taking it down. Everybody
Fuse the Cobra.
No one wants to get involved in pots of Cobra. Disjunctive.
They fear the Cobra. Cobra's kin sense fear.
What's up?
GTO right back.
Come up with some idea for some emote ideas. Veronica's just gonna be a bunch of middle fingers. Here it is.
Yeah.
Hey, how about your four-fingered air quotations? Let's get some of those and some emotes. I'm in.
Jake now, he's gonna make it 20 to go.
It's almost like they already have your air quotations right there.
Suspicious. I don't trust it. Are we on a delay here? Is this real?
Is this real life?
Jake makes it 20 to go, 6-7 off. Bill calls King Queen off. Anthony got the same King Queen.
Ooh, Queen 9-3 here, 2 spades. Both of them spike top pair. You should see a couple fireworks here. I think Double A Ron here and Jake are gonna not really be in this pot much longer. Thought it'd be interesting. I always enjoy when two players have the same hand and how they play it back at each other.
Power to the player with position.
Absolutely. All right, heads up for mirrored hands here. Oh, a 9 on the turn. I think it was Aaron or something like that. So it looks like Anthony's going to fire out about $100 into 165.
I don't see Bill folding here.
No, Bill's coming along. Oh, he bet 65, I guess. 7 on the river.
So Anthony might think that Bill just had spades here, and that's the case. He might think about checking this here and trying to keep Bill's bluffs in.
Hey, how about $1.25, $1.20, something like that? A little less than half pot.
Trying to get paid by Queen Jack, Queen 10. Or maybe you can get Bill off a chop.
Maybe. I mean, if I'm Bill here, I'm thinking like really nothing else got there. Unless you're repping the 9, the 7 didn't help you. You could have had spades and just been bullying me the whole time. He's definitely calling. Chop chop.
King Quan.
That's when you flip it over. You're like, yeah, you play that garbage. Ah, the good old smile, same hand chop.
Overshove wins.
Yeah.
Let's get Master C back in the game. I love this. Check raise to steal the positional advantage.
Raise big, overshove wins.
Like,
it's very aggressive.
barrels, 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 barrels.
So many barrels. So I don't know if tonight's the night, but it's going to happen soon. My bet is within the next month or two, we are hitting a bad beat on the live stream. End of story.
Take the under. It's hard to hit bad beats.
It's happening. Just let it happen. It's easier if you don't struggle. Just let it happen.
And not that, I mean, it matters at all as far as moving forward, but we hit 2 in like the last month. We hit 2 in like one
You know what?
week here.
I don't need you to be results oriented here, Jake. I need you to calm down. Just accept the fact that we're going to sprinkle some magic poker dust on there, and we're going to hit the bad beat on the stream. Mark my words.
No deuce 3-4.
Jake steps out here. I mean, he makes it 20 to go with a 10-8 off, early position.
Spike's top.
And Jake's open-ended. I think Jake was the original aggressor here.
Yeah, everybody's got a little piece of that here. Cobra with 10s. Aaron spikes a 7. Jake's open-ended. Jeff with top. Can see start to see a little fireworks show going on. So Jake here fires out with open-ended to 40.
And raising in an early position like this, no one's putting Jake.
Nobody
on
puts
10-8.
Jake on an 8-10. No way.
Yeah. Jeff's gonna make the call. Cobra now, 10s, no club. I don't see Cobra overcalling here. I
Yeah,
don't see how
definitely
you
not.
can.
Definitely not. Not with Jeff getting in there. He could have thought about getting snarky if there wasn't a player behind him, and then Jeff had folded. But he's not going to go anywhere with it. Oh, look at that, and he gets there, right there, bingo bango. So super nut straight for Jake.
Bet 85.
And Jeff's going to make the call here. Ooh, that river might make Jeff have to pay Jake off here. So that river's going to give him trips. Pot's about 330. He fires a buck and a quarter.
125.
Wow.
I'm thinking that's just going to be a call for Jeff.
I mean, Jeff, I think you're ever folding.
No way.
But,
and
I
it's
mean,
such a disguised board, right? I mean, like you said, there's no way you're putting him on 8-10 in early position there.
Well, but I mean that sizing's so value-y, and you see Jeff shaking his head like what? Really? Me? Why me? I love. No, Jeff's not thinking about a raise here. No, he's just gonna make the call. He doesn't like it.
Yep. Yep, and that's when you're like, yep, that's what I thought. That sucks. Bye.
I mean, not to be results or anything, but like if I'm Jake there in that spot, I mean, if Jeff's got a queen, he's gonna pay off a lot. I feel.
Oh,
And if he's got busted clubs, then he's not going to pay off anything. So as far as like Jake's sizing there on the river, I'd almost think go like a little bit more polarized, go bigger, where it might maybe look like you might have some busted clubs, an ace king gone wrong.
Well, I
like
do
that.
agree with you because any sort of busted draw is never going to call you,
Yeah,
and every queen will pay you.
Should be paying you off,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and queens are most people more likely to pay you off. Versus a bigger bet there that might look a little bit more bluffy. I mean, you saw, the amount of money that was in the pot and Jake sizing there, and you saw Jeff, like, his reaction to it was like he's never bluffing here. Like,
Yeah,
this is like you saw him, like, shaking his head. He wasn't Hollywooding. He was just like,
No, not at all.
all right, I got a queen. I got a
Yeah.
pretty damn good kicker.
Yeah.
like,
That's the thing. I mean, you're not going to go anywhere.
the only value hands, that if you're in Jeff's seat that you're beating there is king queen. I mean, you saw Jeff, he called, but he didn't love it. I mean, for that sizing, the way the hand played out, I'm probably, if I'm Jeff, I'm calling too. And same thing, I'm calling it and I'm hating it.
Well, that's exactly. So I call it the cry call. I call him like, okay, yeah, whatever. Here's my money. Take
Like I
it.
said, but if I'm Jake and I risk that hand, I'd almost think, if he's going to call, 125 there, I'd almost think he'd be more likely to call off 253, something like
so
that.
check this out. Aaron spikes here a set of jacks against Jeff's jack 10. No running spade potential for either, but if a 9 peels off, well, that's actually also going to give Jeff here now a gut shot straight draw. Might be just enough to keep him in if Aaron doesn't get out of control of the sizing here.
King ball for the pain.
So you bet 35 on the flop, he's upping it to 65, and now Jeff's checking out.
No love. No love.
Monster.
Disjunctive, to answer your question, yes, it is quads beaten. Any quads beaten is good for a jackpot. Any quads, put them up. I love Master C here. I'm tired of the variance in Pineapple. I'm sticking to a non-variance game like
Yeah, it's such a non-variance game. I want all these games with no variance. Like, I don't know, let's just flip coins. See, there's no variance there. Let's just hang out. The flash coming in, making it 20 bucks to go. Peter's checking out. Looks like double A Ron's coming along, as is Aaron here on the button. Anthony's gone. Jake with ace queen. He's in as well. Seven jack 4 here on the flop. 2 spades. Top pair for Aaron.
everyone else seems to have successfully missed.
Yeah, not even close.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, and and Aaron's only saving grace here could be that maybe people might think he's just firing position because he is on the button. but nobody else has any sort of redraw to look him up.
Yeah, and against that many opponents, I think players are often are usually going to be less likely to be bluffing in that spot.
Yeah. Taking it down. All right, guys, make sure you click on that heart there in the lower left and subscribe. You'll get a little notification every time we go live. We go live a lot. It's why we call it Stones Live. It's good stuff. We have some really, really good tournament series coming up, so make sure you tune in for that. There's going to be some big prize pools being given away.
We had our last 10-25 game, which was off the chain, was 10-25-50, and they had live $100 double straddles. They have another crazy list coming together right now for that. For the next 10-25.
I love it.
They had it. I mean, just randomly. So we had the 10-25-50 here. On the live stream.
I love that that's just the thing. Like, oh, it's a 10-25-50 game we're playing. People are like, what?
Yeah, right.
Like, you know, that's real. This is real life.
But I love it. I mean, they got together after that game, and they on a Tuesday night, just a random off night here, no live stream, no nothing. They got together, and they were playing the same thing, 10-25-50 again the other night. It was insane.
Just that Tuesday night game where you come in and mop up 10K real quick. You know, not a big deal.
Oh, it was great. There was, I mean, JC was back in the game. Nat. Yeah,
JC Tran. We've actually had a lot of superstars actually come through and play in some of these live streams. They get pretty heated. So check out this flop here. Peter with 2 overs in the nut flush draw against Anthony's top pair. Pot's at 60. Peter's gonna fire out. Looks like 40. 45.
Anthony's in position here. Makes a call.
Yeah, he's gonna call. Ooh, jackpot for Peter.
Now I wonder if Peter checks here, which he does. I wonder if Anthony ever considers like turning his hand into a bluff here. If he thinks that Peter can ever fold jacks plus, it's not a bad spot to turn your hand into a bluff. As it is, he got so much showdown value. He just checks back. I think it's pretty standard.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you're ever getting Peter to fold jacks plus there.
Exactly. So Brick on the River is actually maybe a little bit of saving grace to get Peter a little bit of value here. If another heart peels off, I don't think Anthony's definitely going to give him any value. But being that it was a random brick, Anthony is going to pay him. So I think that check got Peter paid, and the fact that a 4th heart didn't peel off on the river definitely induced Anthony to make the call.
Peter getting paid.
Is Peter allowed to get paid? Is this allowed to happen? Oh, that puts Peter as our big stack here now at 1,500.
Sitting 300 biggest deep.
Is me. Welcome to the chat. What's going on? For those of you guys who are tuning in for the first time, like I said, definitely click that heart there in the lower left. We have lots of fun here, multiple times a week.
Stream some 5.5, some 5.10, and we mentioned the 10.25, which lately has been playing 10.25.50.
Oh my god! Even I think we even had like did we have like a 1-3 game that was like a 1-3 live 10 or 1-3 live 15, and even that got
Friends game at one point was 1-3. We had a 1-3 200.
Yeah.
And then it was
just a 1-3. Guys, it's your typical 1-3 200 at your friendly neighborhood Carter down the street.
Oh god, we got upside down in that game so fast. That was so sick.
Yeah, I love it. All right, so checks around here. So this turn's going to give Peter open-ended. I'm not sure what Bill has at this point, but Peter does have the. Oh, there we go. All right, so Queen on the river. Peter's got ace high. Peter with his open-ended has what I call the and one, right? Where if you do get that 4-card straight, you actually have the notch on top going up to the ace as well.
Looks like Bill's going to table the pair. There it is, pocket 5s.
Oh, any pair wins.
Going to go to take down the pot.
Rise 19, what's up? What's going on? Welcome to the chat. So a quick look at our chip stacks here. Looks like there's 7K-ish on the table, something like that.
Yeah, good little 5-5.
Yeah, it seems like a whole lot of math right there, so I'm just going to go with it.
So I know Anthony's going to be playing in the Stones Classic here. I haven't talked to him much about how many bullets he's going to be firing and what events he has tabled up. But I know, obviously we know he's going to be playing the main. I'm sure you can count on Cobra playing the main.
When you say how many bullets are going to fire, I just think of them with like a straight machine gun. Bing, 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 bing. You know, they're like, whatever.
And a bag day too, because I killed everyone else in the field.
Yeah, I'm all in every hand. Yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, rebuy.
250K in guarantees coming up this following week. Stones Gambling Hall. Can't wait. Alex is going to make it 20 to go with the King Jack offsuit. Aaron is going to call the Ace 5 suited. Queen 10-3 Rainbow. Alex is open-ended. Aaron misses. Bet, fold, take down the pot. C-bet now, tell me.
So for those of you guys who might just be tuning in for the first time, quick look at different chip colors. The reds are 5s, the greens are 25s, and the whites are 100s, although I don't think we have any on the
Yeah, I
table
don't
right
think have any
now.
whites in play in this table, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, 5-5 whites play, I mean, we might get them in play here.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, sometimes people just get colossal towers of red, and that escalates quickly.
Anthony picks up a suited ace, middle position. Just gonna open up the pot. And Jake's gonna call with worse clubs right behind him. Anthony makes it 20 to go. Jake's gonna call 7-4 clubs. Peter's got a little pocket pair. He's gonna make the call. And these fine young gentlemen are gonna have a three-way.
All right, 6-5 Jack, 2 spades. Anthony spikes his 5, and Jake is open-ended. Little does he know, he's really happy that there's not clubs out there. Sean McCormick, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the chat. Popping in, looks like 45. Bet by Anthony, called by Jake. Heads up. And he pairs a 7, also completes a flush draw if anybody was looking for that. Anthony's going to check it over. This might be a spot where Jake might want to start representing a flush, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Fire at 80, and Anthony's gone.
Good spot.
Power of position, power of how the board falls, killing the game. Power of the Stones hoodie, all of the above.
Can't lose. Look, there's Jason McRoberts cruising in the background.
Just checking it out, seeing the game. He's like, seat open, guys? Seat open? Anybody?
Yeah, poker's a lot more fun when Jason's in the game, when Jason's in town, firing. I mean, I love playing with Jason. I love, like, talking about hands with Jason. And everything with him it's so sick. Like everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. Like every typical poker player, it's like. They'll get drawn out on like, oh my god, it's so sick, or they'll make the best hand, but the guy won't have enough money in front of like, oh my god, how do I not get paid off?
Yeah.
Or how does he only have 200 big blinds there? Like, so sick. And it's just like, it's wonderful. But like, talking about hands with Jason, like everything's like so genuine. He genuinely every time just like in complete and utter like disgust, is just like, oh my god, it's so sick. Like, how does this?
It's so disgusting.
So
I just
how
threw
does
up a little
this
bit. In fact, hold on, I need to step outside.
It's wonderful. I love it.
All right, go on.
And there was no one better at table talk than Mick Roberts.
Oh yeah,
That was
yeah.
absolutely the best.
Well, the thing about J-Mac is he can tilt you for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Super tilt you.
You got to learn to love him,
I love it. All right,
and then nothing bothers you.
So speaking of that, looks like it was race to 25. 4 players here in this pot. Ace 5 Jack comes down.
Bill puts out a bet, sits back, crosses his arms, and dares anyone to call.
Says, "Bring it. Get out of my pot."
Bill's one of those characters I could see him, like in one of those like poker or like old Western films, where they're sitting around playing poker. I could just see like Bill making a bet and he's sitting there like pointing a gun at everyone, like
Yeah.
Call
He's like,
dare it.
"What are you gonna do, punk?"
Yeah.
You're like, I what do you want me to do? I fold? I think.
Bill looks very old school. Like, I mean, I bet you Bill would probably have some stories, like, oh yeah, so then we did this, and then we dragged him out back and killed him.
Bill's ancient ancestor was the guy who did the whole dead man's hand aces and eights.
Yeah,
Right? He's
right.
like, it's like that was my great grandpa.
Bill's old school. Love Bill.
Coming around, Cobra's checking out. Flash, he's out of there. Aaron's coming along. 9-10 Jack here. So Aaron spikes top pair. Bill has open-ended along with a couple of overs. Now guys, you see there at the top, it shows his possible outs for Bill. And those outs are what we're gonna call true outs, where we actually calculate the cards that were dealt out and the cards go into the muck pile. So those are the actual cards remaining in the deck still.
Bill makes a call.
Deuce of Diamonds,
Brick.
super brick card, and yeah, and Aaron's grabbing a stack. Looks like a little less than 100. 75.
The only Bill might worry about here is that he might be drawing to a chop. If Aaron already had a hand like King Queen here, he might just play it the same way. And if that was the case, Bill would be in a world of hurt right now.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh, Anthony taking off. Ant Doom, he might join us in the chat here shortly. I'm actually always kind of excited when we get a seat open on the stream because you never know what random crazy player they're going to throw in here.
Yeah.
Don't look over for sneak preview.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't look over.
Like,
Who is it? Who is
yeah.
it? We are going to find out.
I saw a couple characters in the house earlier. I saw it's Sean Drake in here. So we were talking about J-Mac.
Yeah, whenever I see I see this game running, my first question's like, so where's that wait list? Who's next? Who's coming in?
Right.
I want to know.
Aaron's gonna make it 20 to go. Aaron, I should say. Jack 10.
Alzarone, what's going on? Welcome to the chat.
Jake's gonna defend the big blind with King Jack, and Bill, who had limped into King 10, will make the call as well. 3-way to the flop.
6-6 deuce, total bricks for everybody. Jake checks over to Bill. Bill checks as well.
This is one of those good boards to take the Johnny Chan line here and do the check call lead.
Yeah.
It's a line that a lot of players like to take when they actually flop trips or a flush draw. And that would be a great card. As it is, we don't get a continuation bet out of Aaron, but that would have been a good board to take that line with.
Yeah, and you know what? I think you're going to get check right here. I'm surprised double Aaron checked right there. So now the only guy with the spade in the house, Jake, he's got it. Just double checking right there. And he's pretty much in check call mode. So Bill's going to take the betting line here. So you bet 15 into 65.
Since no one else wants it, I'll take it.
And that's going to be an easy call for Jake, I'm thinking.
You don't got to think about much.
Oh,
What?
No, not an easy call.
I mean, it's not like a crazy.
Well, that's the
hand,
thing is
like-
15 was cheap enough to where it's an insta call. I mean, maybe if he fired more, you know, think about it at least for a sec, but maybe that's just why I hemorrhage money at the table. Maybe that's because I was like, okay, I call, and then it's like, oh, you have the queen. Okay, I'm horrible. You win.
I mean, I guess if you're like, hey, the Bills would never value bet a 10 or worse there, then calling with a jack.
Well, I mean, on the flip side, though, you know, to defend on Jake's side a little bit, it was an extremely small bet, relatively speaking. So it almost screamed value bet. It's like, hey, this is probably the absolute most you'll pay my ace of spades. You know, is $15.
Man, I don't think Bill checks the turn with the ace of spades. I don't even think Bill checks the turn with the king of spades. He's getting like 5 to 1 on his money. 5 to 1 with a fourth nut. I don't know. Like my full button, it's just not there sometimes.
That's not where your full button is.
5 to 1 with fourth nut.
I was looking for my full button. I couldn't find it. It wasn't there.
Hey, yeah.
Master C, I think I know what dealer you're thinking of and know that is not him. But they do definitely look pretty similar.
Hey, how's the football game tonight? Touchdown.
All right. Perfect timing.
That'll be a $100 rack attack for one of our tables here.
Boom. Every touchdown is a $100 rack attack?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, like, I'm telling you, like,
Man, you need a couple of cards with some football guys.
well, like,
Seriously,
sometimes
get in here.
it's a great, you can just be here, like, just farming all day.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't even need to buy a hand. You're like, I'm just here for the rack attacks.
No, it's true. The games are great. They pick a morning game, even.
I'm just here for the
night
promos,
game as
guys.
well, yeah.
I'm just here for the promos.
remember for a while, I mean, because, poker players being, the nocturnal creatures that they are, we used to come in regularly, first thing right at 10 a.m. to get a game, started up on Sundays, because we were the only table we might, or we might be, one of two tables.
Yeah, so the rack attack's like 50-50 shot.
Or 50-50 or always went to your table. It was wonderful.
Sweet.
Super plus EV.
I love it. And we've had rack attacks actually hit on the live stream a few times.
Yeah, quite often actually. Hey, Aaron, he's going to get 15 to go, king, queen off. Aaron, he's going to re-raise to 50 with pocket jacks. Chef on the button, can't play king, queen, or I'm sorry, queen 10. Now, Bill is probably going to cold call this 3-bet here. He does. He flats 50 out of the small blind. And now Aaron is getting a hell of a price, and he makes a call as well.
Ooh, look at that. The queen nails Aaron. $65 now, fired out. And Aaron is going to call behind here with the jacks. And Bill with ace king is checking out, so we have the battle of the Aarons.
He's just like leaning into the razor.
Oh, wow, Bill would have spiked that ace.
And that might be enough to help Aaron get away from Aaron here.
Yeah, it might be
or on
enough
the flip
to
side, Aaron might be able to take this away now from Aaron. 75.
Yeah, that card is, I totally agree with you. It's either going to get Aaron to run for the hills, or it's going to get him to start making a play back at double Aaron.
Wow, and Aaron's just going to call.
It'll be interesting. I mean, he has potential to take this pot away from Aaron on the river here. Deuce, total brick, no help. Now, if double Aaron checks this, I think he'd be giving up a lot of his power here, and Aaron might get spunky with it.
Hard for him to get called by worse, though.
Oh, check behind.
Back.
Instant check. Aaron had a huge potential. I think if he bet sized it right, I think Aaron could have taken that pot away.
I was initially thinking on the turn that Aaron, when the ace comes off, there were 2 overs with the jacks. He's either going to be raising or folding there.
Yeah.
When he flatted, okay, I'm like, all right, he's going to take another line here and try to take it away on the river, feeling maybe that Aaron didn't like that ace, which of course he didn't with the king, holding the king queen there when the ace comes off, and having Aaron there with topless Aaron being the original aggressor in the hand.
Did you call it topless Aaron from the hat?
I'm gonna handle it like Aaron. I'm gonna handle.
Oh no, there's a few Aarons. Okay,
yeah.
I get it.
But it's like I'd almost expect on the turn that I thought he might be taking a little bit more crafty line there with his jacks, turning his jacks into a bluff. That he's gonna flat and then either raise or bet or raise river as a bluff. If he felt that Aaron didn't like the ace on the turn, which is why you presume why he made the call, that he would have done something there on river. And unless he really thinks that Aaron was just betting 2 streets into the original aggressor with a pair of 8s. I don't know. I really thought Aaron was I gotta keep getting mixed up here. I really thought Aaron was getting crafty there.
Yeah, clearly one has a dash in their name. It's Aaron.
Aaron, Aaron, potato. Check, bet, fold. I don't know.
Check, bet, fold. Whatever. Coming in for a raise right under the gun here.
Aaron makes it 20 to go. Bill.
Bill's coming along. And Cobra is checking out. Alright, heads up action.
Jack 6-7, 2 spades.
Not really a whole lot. You got some running spades for Aaron here. Deuce, God, that brick deuce, man, that's just coming out like it helps nobody.
Yeah, look at the 7 deuce game fired.
Yeah, they'd be all over that. They were
Play 7 deuce for a couple bones ahead.
Bill checking out. Bill's like, I'll give you this pot. You're lucky I don't shoot you. This time.
This time.
This time. Is 3-betting allowed? No, sir. 3-betting is not allowed at this table. Don't even think about it.
And I've seen the sign a couple times on internet, wherever like that. There's just some old card rooms that'll have signs that'll say a check and a raise is allowed.
Yeah,
Some rooms where you weren't allowed to check raise.
I know. I mean, I talk about just like taking away potential power and options, and like, come on, man. We're here to play.
That.
Yeah, no, we don't play that game.
Well,
I mean, for the longest time, actually, in the Sacramento area, no limit actually wasn't even allowed. So the best they had, actually, at the card room that this used to be, the Lucky Derby, or part of, essentially, it was a spread limit. It was a 200 max bet cap.
Which plays, I mean, like low limit, no limit. It's kind of like a way around it, but I mean, yeah.
Exactly, but it's funny because I mean, you get two big hands up against each other, and it's great because they're just like they both look at each other and say, "I'm all in," and they're like, "Okay, I'm just kidding. I mean, I'll bet 200. You raise 200. I re-raise 200. It's like we're gonna get it in. It's gonna happen." 3-betting for the noob is
re-raising. When someone opens up a pot, when someone raises, does not just limp. When someone does not just call the blind, someone raises, and then another player later in the action elects to re-raise because they're a super aggressive, soul-crushing wizard.
Super aggressive, soul-crushing wizard. That's actually in the description for what a 3-bet is.
It really is. But it eliminates the limp raise under the gun with the ace that I hate.
You love it.
I hate everything though.
You love
someone
it.
will do the perfect line, like, I don't know. He
At
lost
least you don't
value.
discriminate. You do hate everything.
I do hate everything.
So we're not playing the 7 deuce prop bet game, but if we were, Bill would definitely have that right there. I would not, no problem.
So Jake's gonna make it 25 here to go with a Jack 10 offsuit. No one's got any love for him. Takes on the pot.
Taking it. You know what? Master C brings up a point. We haven't seen a whole lot of 3-betting. I mean, we saw Cobra 3-bet Jeff's Ace Jack. Other than that, there really hasn't been a whole lot of crazy super raise, re-raise,
and no one's really stepping out right now. Well, initially, I think we kind of pointed out like there was a lot of limping going on, and so. I mean, so then when it comes to an aggressive player or a player with a hand, and they're just opening, had these other players not been limping so much, maybe we would see more 3-betting. If these players were opening these hands instead of limping, instead of just calling with their hands, then I think we maybe might have seen a little bit more re-raising. As it is, we take what we can get. You got to adjust, adapt to the game. And like I mentioned, I mean, sometimes it can be a little bit more of a challenge when you have players that'll play really, really strong hands pre-flop, passively like that, or when they have a strong limping range.
Yeah.
It makes it much harder to narrow down the range by the time you get to the river. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Jake here is going to put in the live $10 straddle, optional third blind.
Now, the cool thing about the straddle is normally you're in first position, you're first to act, and that's it. The straddle actually gives you last option, so you get to see what everybody does all the way around to you, and then you get the option to re-raise. And some people use this, some more aggressive players use this as a strategy to take away pots on a table like this, where you get a lot of limpers, there's not really a whole lot of crazy pre-flop action. If you just want to come in and basically do a squeeze play and raise it up and just get everybody to fold and take it down right there, that's kind of where players will use this method.
And there definitely are players that will use that and have used that with
every time, doesn't matter what they have.
Yeah, and when there's players, and when they're at a really, really limpy table where players like to just call them, they'll get 4 or 5, maybe 6 limpers in there, and they're just they'll open up the pot for 11, 12 bigs regardless of what they're holding.
Yeah, every time, because they know that 80% of the time they're going to get most of the players to fold and at least isolate down to heads up.
Yeah. I think I might have mentioned we've got a hand here. Queen 7-9, 2 diamonds. Peter, your top pair, top kicker. Cobra, he's got an inside straight draw. There's no spades on the board. I think if there was at least one spade on the board, Cobra might think about calling there with a backdoor flush draw to go along with his inside straight draw. As it is, he misses, or he lets it go. But I think I mentioned that one time there's a hand I played where I was at a table where there were two players in particular that were very, very overusing, I would say, the picking on the limpers type play.
Oh, absolutely.
And especially in straddle pots. So there was a straddle. and there were 5 limpers, and it was the small blind and the straddler who were very, very active in just trying to, take down any kind of, free money, loose change out there. So there's 5 limpers in front of me, and I pick up aces on the button. And I'm just like, this is like a suicide spot to limp. And I'm just like, this is just asking for problems. But I'm like, okay, I got my buddy, I got my customer in the small blind, I got my guy in the straddle.
And you know the guy in the straddle's got to pop.
One of these guys got it something.
And they do.
And
you hate limping with hands like that.
I hate
so I know
limping,
that's
period.
tough.
I over limp from here and there, but like I hate limping. So like, I go ahead and like, I just like, all right, I'm gonna take a shot here, and I limp aces on the button, and the small blind just completes. I'm like, and I start to sweat, like, oh god, we're gonna go like 7 way with aces here. And thank God, to save my life, the straddle opens up, makes it like 7 bigs to go.
Yeah.
And then the guy under the gun, the first one under the gun, jams for like 200 bigs.
So you're like, thank you.
We chopped.
Oh, what?
I had aces, he had ace 10, and the board, we put it straight on the board, it was sick.
All right, so this hand developing here, guys. Looks like we got Cobra with the nut flush draw and all overs to the board against Bill's overpair of 10s. And yes, to answer your question, we're already doing it in the chat, but Gray 3 Day 86, yes, you can watch the stream at the table. We are on a delay, which actually adds to many different levels of now knowing what your opponents had and how you played it and kind of adjusting your play on the fly.
Yeah, so these guys just seen hands that they played roughly 25-30 minutes ago.
So yeah, this is, getting Bill to get out of there. So Cobra's going to take down this pot.
And Angry Pollock's chat is still drunk.
Yep, classic.
Every word, like one word in everything she types out there is just like fat fingered.
It's true. So guys, if you haven't done it yet, download the Stones app.
Yes!
Let's bring it in there. Nice close view of it. So if you download the Stones app, it's totally free. It's really cool. You can get in there. You can check out the wait list. You can get yourself, I believe, on the wait list. The dining. You can check out the menus. You can check out our tournament schedule. Get directions, the calendar, the whole 9 yards. So download it, slap it on your phone, play around with it. It's good stuff.
Yeah, Jeff here is going to pick up jacks in the big blind. It's like Peter's going to open up the pot. Yeah, Peter's going to raise with the ace deuce suited. And Jeff's just going to call jacks. 6-5 deuce rainbow. Peter hits his deuce. But Jeff with the overpair, he's going to look to lead out here. Like we mentioned, there's a lot of players, that'll, lead out with a hand like a top pair, second pair, to quote unquote see where they're at here. Peter, with bottom pair and backdoor nut spades, might consider raising this here. If he thinks that Jeff might be just leading out with a hand like 6-7, 8-6, something like that, and is just trying to, see where he's at, he might think about turning his hand into a bluff with some backdoor potential and taking the pot away from Jeff. If he thinks that Jeff might only have a 6 there. As it is, Jeff's got jacks, and it's a good thing that Peter didn't get crafty there. Oh wow, they wrap it in terms of 4 spades? No way.
No way.
No way, eh? See what they're like, okay, peer into my brain, that's what I'm thinking there. Like bottom pair, back to straight draw, he's leading out, he's never strong here. Raise. You're all in? Shit.
Damn it, oops. I immediately regret this decision. So stop it immediately.
It's like, so what you're telling me is that you got 150 bigs in with bottom pair? Yeah, but it was like, because what I thought, like...
But you don't know just what had happened was, what had happened is, I'm just kidding, it was bad.
Yeah, it was
blacked
bad.
out. Yeah. All right, Aaron over here coming in.
But I'll tell like a bad beat story. Like,
yeah.
God, you wouldn't believe what happened to me. He had the best end the whole time. Oh my God.
Yeah.
How does this sit?
I like when people start a bad beat story with, dude, you'll never believe this, man. So I got Jack Deuce, right? And I'm like, okay, go no further. We know. All right, going to the flop here. Ace 9-6, couple of spades. Bill spikes a 9. Peter's not loving life with his 8s. And it looks like checks around to the turn, peels off a super bomb, 3 of hearts, and Bill's coming out. He's firing that 9. Pot's at 85, and Bill's gonna fire out. Oh yeah.
Aaron makes a call.
Yeah. Oh,
Aaron raised.
Oh, Aaron raised it up. Bill fires out a quarter, and Aaron raises to 75.
Aaron's got pocket 3s.
The aggressor always wins. The aggressor with position taking it down.
Aaron's like, you can never wear my hat.
He's like, do you see this hat? This came from a bear. I win.
Winebot.
We need a wine bot in there. Great.
Right?
So guys, I don't know what you're doing starting next Friday or this Friday, but get down to Stones, play in all of our Stones Classic tournaments. They're going to be huge player pools, huge prize pools, lots of awesomeness. Minimal bad beats, I swear. So come on down and enjoy.
Good luck. And I'm thinking about dry firing the monster.
It's true. Who doesn't?
I might satellite in.
You're gonna satellite.
I'll probably
you
satellite
shut
in.
your mouth.
I'll probably satellite in. Chris makes it 20 to go. Cobra folds ace-10 in the big line. So this is Chris, our new player in seat 9.
It's gonna be huge.
I feel like I've played a lot of hands with Chris.
Yeah, Chris looks very familiar.
I know I played with Chris, but it feels like I've played a lot of hands with Chris. I don't know why that is. We both probably feel like we have reads on each other. Who knows? Simultaneously, we're thinking like, oh, this guy doesn't know it's coming.
He's like, yeah, bring it.
And in reality, we're just subject to the variance of the cards. Veronica, no. Angry Pollock, that's a no.
Why? You're gonna win all that at her game on Wednesday, anyways.
Yeah. So is this our rack
committed to
attack
it.
hand?
No, they're saying rack attack because there was just a touchdown.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. The Bears.
Fantastic skit.
Chris makes it 20 to go with pocket sixes. Cobra. Folds.
But as long as you could say Cobra.
Jake makes call of fours. Ace-7, 3, 2 spades. Both players missed their set here. Chris was the original aggressor. And Jake senses something here.
35 bet and called.
Jake might be thinking that he can take this pot away if a spade peels off, and or if Chris just gives up here on the turn. He thinks that maybe Jake, or that Chris might not like that ace. And there it is, there's the check that Jake wanted.
And the instant bet here by Jake.
And here we go. And it's gonna work.
It is, sure
The
is
power
gonna work.
of position here.
Boom.
Chris can't continue. And Jake takes down the pot with the second best hand.
And
Nice
that-
little float by Jake.
Absolutely. He brought his floaties, pumped them up, and he's like, I'm gonna do it. We're in.
That's a good board to do it on. You got an ace, you got a flush draw.
Yeah.
You can always rep the ace on the turn.
Yeah, you
rep
got
the
position,
flush,
and,
always gonna be fair.
you know when he starts checking on the turn, you're like, all right, well, it's gonna open up my window a little bit here.
And you can always just like bink a 4 too.
Yeah, just in case. You're like, and I actually have outs. That's the
Yeah.
sick part. I
I
still
love,
have
I,
outs on
love,
top
I
of
love that spot where you're like, all right, I'm just gonna float this and take this away. We're like, oh, I hit it. Like, never mind. Like,
And then you
all
hit it and you're like-
change of plans, get called now.
No, and then you're like, wow, this just got real. This just got real.
And you go like now you're like suddenly like that's like the imbalance where like players will get in that spot like and then they'll like try to like suddenly like change the read like they'll like float the flop because they think their opponent was weak and then they bury their hand 2 out or whatever on the turn and now they're somehow trying to like justify getting paid by top pair that they all originally thought that the guy like didn't have, which is why you floated, and you have all this kind of contradicting hopes and logic going on, and it's a mess. But that's just how I think.
And you guys just got a sneak preview crawling deep into Jake's mind.
Yeah. But like, oh, but I got there. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I read bad. Maybe he does have top pair. Maybe he's top. What if he has a set?
Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. All right, so race of 25, couple callers here, coming down, couple of spades, catching up. There it is, Jack 7-5, 2 spades. So Chris and Bill both hit their 7, and double A-Ron here, a couple of overs and running club potential.
Chris is gonna bet his 7. Bill pulls out a 6-shooter.
Sets it on the table while he
Sets
bets.
it on the table, makes the call.
Spins it around.
I'm not saying, but I'm saying.
He plays Russian roulette, he spins the chamber, he's like, there's only one bullet in here, and I'm gonna squeeze that trigger if you call.
Aaron now 2 overs and backdoor clubs. He makes a call as well. He's out of position, but who cares?
Now this is actually going to give Chris and Bill both pick up straight draws here, along with their pair. Splashy Form 180, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. 678, always a pleasure, my friend.
6, 7, 8. Only the best.
Oh, he's moving cards to pull out a stack. Looks like maybe 110 or something. Our pot's at 190. We're gonna see what this is. 110 it is.
Now, Chris thinks he's trying to get Bill off of a jack here, which I love. As it is, it's an equally good result. You got a player off the same hand. Free roll on the bluff, I love it. Chris is a fun player. He's aggressive, he's got gears.
Gears, you gotta have gears.
And he doesn't limp, so.
And so you love him already.
Yeah.
You love him already. He's like, I'm either in there firing or I'm gone.
I know, I say that, you know he's gonna limp now, like next hand, right? It's just like,
Yeah.
it's just gonna happen. Like, and he doesn't limp, and it's like he's gonna go on like, I just call. Because I'm the worst like that. Ah, damn, I thought I was gonna do it. Jake, pocket threes. Makes it 20 to go. Check that, we'll make it 15 to go. Cobra, 9-7 suited. 3-bet semi-bluff. There it is.
There it is.
I might have played a lot of hands of Cobra before.
Yeah,
so.
really? Are you sure?
Look, I see the action, like, all right, look at Cobra's hand, I know it's coming here. Cobra 3-bets to 70.
The semi-bluff, and then once he actually gets one taker to come along with him, they're never going to put Cobra on 7-9, and he's just going to flop the world.
I probably shouldn't say that. Like, I probably shouldn't, like,
Here it comes.
shouldn't let him know that I know what he's doing when he's doing that.
And look, it's exactly what it is. So Jake spikes bottom set, Cobra hits open-ended with a possible running diamond draw. Fireworks, this could be a little wee.
Cobra thinks he loves this flop. Cobra does love this flop. Jake knows he loves this flop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's the agony. Oh, God.
Oh, man, the little oh, God, it's so painful, man. I don't know what I could do. Oh, the look back. Oh, I respect it. Even though the Emmys were last night, we can give him one, too.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Oh, Jake. Oh, God, I guess I'll just call.
Oh, okay. No, I was like, man, where's the diamond for extra action?
That Cobra might be thinking that's a good card for him to double barrel, and it usually is.
Yeah. Though in this case, it could get costly, so check.
Back.
Oh, bingo.
Jack, and Cobra gets there.
Nailed it. So this is going to get costly for Jake. Jake's obviously not going to miss out a opportunity to get value here, so he thinks. Pot's at 350. He's coming out for 175. And this is where Cobra gets paid.
Second nut for Cobra.
Technically, what, third nut, maybe? Right? Ace, queen, queen, nine?
Queen, ace, queen, queen, 9, that's right. Third nut.
Either way, Cobra's not going anywhere.
He's got it straight.
Yeah, Cobra's not going anywhere. It's all semantics at this point. And so what's Cobra going to bet here? You played with him. So the bet calc's a little off. It's a 175, actually. I think Cobra's going to make it 4 and some change. 450 it is. Oh,
450.
That's when it gets real. That's when Jake takes off the hoodie. He's like, really, man?
And now Jake's worried about being oversetted here.
So Jake's trying to also figure out how do you have ace queen? How do you have queen 9?
Cobra would. I don't think he's so much worried about queen 9. He's more so worried about any other set. Yeah, I mean,
well, because Cobra 3-bet, because yeah, Cobra 3-bet pre-flop.
Oversetted or having the ace queen. He can have ace queen. Jake's gonna make the call.
It's a cry call. Yeah.
And now he just sees like how what?
Oh,
and
there it
God.
is. Yep. The cry call. We've all done it.
Oh, God.
Whoa, hey.
Speaking of being oversetted, what's up, Val Cross
Oh, my
Poker?
gosh, Val Cross, celebrity sighting in the house.
She's the best.
Oh, man, ouch. And that's what it is. And, you know, you feel for Jake in that position because, you know, you spike that set and you're just sitting there and it's Christmas morning and you're like, how do I get paid? How do I get max value? And right there, we've all done that where he looks up like this and he's just like, how do I not win this pot?
I mean, Jake's first action there is interesting enough. I mean, the way they handled, because it was a 3-bet pot, you'd almost be expecting Cobra to be betting. I mean, mind you, Cobra checked back the turn. So part of you got to worry, okay, all right, maybe is he just going to be checking back here? Or, if, you know, would he check, he might check back a hand like queens. He might 3-bet queens, you know, c-bet, you know, the flop for value, and then when the king comes off, because Jake might be floating maybe some ace-king, hands like that, maybe Cobra checks back. I mean, so, I mean, you run the risk of checking there, of Cobra just checking back, and considering that he checked back the turn. But the other side of it, it's a 3-bet pot, and it's a pretty coordinated board. I mean, Jake might have got himself in a lot, and even more trouble there. I mean, Jake could have check raised.
Jake could have Jake could have stacked off right there pretty easily, actually.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, it's just rough. It's a rough spot to be in. And you know, you have bottom set, and like you said, especially with Cobra, you know, re-raising pre-flop, he could have any of the, I mean, literally any set beats you. He could have out-flopped you. He could out-flopped a set of 10s and just been slow rolling the whole time, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's rough. It's rough. It's not easy to get away from.
Cobra would just go bet, bet, bet.
Yeah.
If he did flop top set there, but I mean it was like a rivered set of jacks, something that would make sense the way the hand was played. The ace queen makes a lot of sense. You know, you're going to see bet your entire range heads up in especially in a 3-bet pot.
Yeah.
And then you might check once your opponent doesn't go away. You might check back the turn once you pick up the gut shot, not wanting to inflate the pot.
So guys, if you like watching super nasty train wrecks like that, make sure you click that heart there in the bottom left of your screen. Get notified when we go live. That right there you just saw is actually just the tip of the iceberg. We've seen some pretty interesting things on the stream.
And now you see Jake and Cobra texting each other.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so brutal. Oh.
You're the best. No, you're the best. Good. Nice hand. Nice hand.
Nice hand. When I said nice hand, I really meant I hate you.
Yeah,
but same thing. Same
kick
thing.
rocks.
Same thing.
Yeah, King Jack never raises there. I agree. But pocket jacks, you're worried about ace queen. I mean, ace queen and pocket jacks are the two big hands that Jake probably felt he might be paying off. If he felt that he was paying off there, I mean, we could see that he didn't love it. And if you are Jake, it's really hard to find a worse hand that Cobra's raising, because I mean, any and all of his one pair hands are gonna have so much showdown value. You'd expect him to flat or fold. And I said, King Jack. Would he really ever raise King Jack? And I think, as the chat mentions, probably not. As it is, I mean, Jake's being laid a hell of a price there with the set.
So Deuce 9 Jack here on the flop. Jake actually has 2 overs along with a gut shot. Alex breaks his 4's top pair for Ron here.
It's not going to stop Alex from betting.
Absolutely not. Pot's at 105.
I can get value from a deuce.
Yeah, pot's at 105. Alex is gonna fire out here. Let's see how much you bet.
Aiden Wilkin, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the game.
So Alex fires out 70, which was a solid 3/4 pot bet here. Jake, even though he's got the 2 overs in the gutter, I mean, he just came off that brutal beat. He's in there.
2 overs in the gut shot. You got 10 outs. You can't fold.
Just get in there.
10 oots.
Oots it. Okay, so this does hit top pair here now for Jake, but it also completes a possible flush draw.
And Alex does pick up a little flush draw with his 4. Master C, you are seeing wrong cards. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know about the smoking crack, but you're definitely seeing the wrong cards.
Yeah. 120. Jake makes a call.
River misses. Still going to leave Jake here with the best hand, the check mark. Pot's approaching just about 500.
There's a discrepancy here.
How will we know?
Oh, you can see how many? 77 watching right now.
So now with a check mark here.
Alex is taking a long time here to think about what he's doing.
Alex is thinking about, I mean, because the pot's not exactly small at this point. I think Alex is thinking, is there a way I can get Jake off this hand? Swinky TV, it's been nice knowing you, bud.
Gonna
You're
check
gone.
back.
And that's the pro. I think Jake right there was in check call mode. I think unless Alex got really special and sold that in a spectacular way, I think Jake was going to call no matter what. So I think Alex actually saved himself money by just checking and the river. So yeah, guys, I know we mentioned it a few times tonight, but make sure if you're local, even if you're not local, coming to town, our huge Stones Classic series of tournaments starts this Friday and runs all the way through October 2nd. Capping off with the main event. You said the guarantee was 100 and something K, or what was the main?
125.
125K at least. And you know, we always go over those guarantees. So definitely get down here, barrel some buy-ins, have some fun. And don't miss this Wednesday, we have the Crazy Veronica and Friends game. If you haven't seen it before, I promise you, you are in for a treat. So make sure you click that heart, follow us, and hop in here Wednesday, because it's going to be amazeballs.
Shaxx Painter 32, referring to the previous hand, the fours versus the king queen, asks if seat 5 shoves, that would be an Alex. Can Jake call? I don't think shove makes it wouldn't make a lot of sense the way that the hands played out and the way the board ran out. I mean, and then the timing, the amount of time that Alex was taking there to bet. If he bombed it, I mean, it would have been a huge call. I mean, Jake would have had to call off. But I don't know. Maybe I go hero mode.
Jake would have had to sit there and think, "Do you have the flush?" I mean, that's where he's kind of at on that one too. And if he did have the flush, would he really be jamming his whole stack in there?
I don't think so.
You know, and that's why you would have had to cleverly bet just the right amount to be extra fishy and really throw him for a loop to get him off his top pair there.
Jake picks up kings, can't get any love.
I need chips on 11.
And this puts Cobra now as our big stack with 2K. Cobra the Killer.
Greatest Cobra of all time. Just gonna say it.
The best Cobra ever.
Yes, Cobra is legend. Best. When you're 3-betting 9-7, you just get there. How are you not the best?
Well, that's what it is. I mean, you called it right off the bat. You saw his hand. You're like, all right, well, looks like Cobra's going to pump in a 3-bet here with 7-9 suited. Game on.
I'm gonna played a few hands of Cobra.
Game on. And we've seen earlier when people put pressure, like pretty much they folded around. I think it was Jeff there on the button who raised into Cobra. Cobra doesn't go. Cobra does not like giving up his blinds. You're not the guy who's going to intimidate Cobra and push him out of a pot. If Cobra's like, that's fine. I don't care what I have. I'll outplay you. I'm in. Let's go.
Speaking of 3-bets,
yeah.
Here we go. So Alex makes it 20 to go, middle position, early middle position, 10-8 suited. Aaron just calls the ace-jack, and Chris, sensing some weakness, he puts in a 3-bet, and he makes it 90 to go, queen-10 suited.
Zerlak, to answer your question, this is a cash game. This is a 5-5 no-limit cash game. Solid. Healthy stacks on the table. So what they say there by the buy, you see Nightbot there posting our buy-ins. The minimum is 200 and the maximum is 1,000 to start, but after that we go by table max. So you can come in, I believe Cobra is our big stack here with 2K. You can come in and sit down and buy them for 2K right now. So what are you waiting for? Get in your car and get down here.
Easy game.
We're located right off I-80, just outside Sacramento.
Versus of Kill, I'm gonna mispronounce that. Killian. What's the bad beat? Jackpot at? What are we at now? 30K? A little over 30, 35K?
Yeah.
Somewhere in that window.
Approaching 40, I think.
The thing is, I mean, the jackpot starts off at 25K, but it just got, and they hit it twice in 1 week. I mean, it was insane. So I mean, we're back to building it up again. So I want to say they were somewhere around 30K, a little over 30ish. I don't know.
Eldar 8, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the chat.
Eldar, Zaberju.
Look at this flop here for Bill. Not bad. Top pair, gut shot, straight draw. Peter is in nowhere land here with his 4s. So check. 8 peels off, puts a little funky 4-card straight out there. Checks over to Peter. Peter's going to check behind. 3 on the river. Bill with way the best. Bill's checking it. I think Bill's a little gun shy of that 4-card straight, and he's going to table way the best hand.
That, and I think Bill probably thinks it's probably going to be harder for him to get called by worse. Maybe.
Well, yeah, no, I mean,
he might just like, hey, my only chance to get paid here is to let Peter bluff at it.
Yeah, I really
as
don't
slim
think.
as that might be.
I really don't think he's going to. Yeah, you're right. He's not going to get called by worse.
And those spots, I mean, you really hate because I mean, you're positive you have the same. Like, okay, I could bet and try to maybe hope that this guy goes hero and calls off with like some weird hand, or maybe and that's where you're kind of waiting there. Is he more likely to hero call off with worse, or is he more likely to try to bluff? And so, well, there's spots you just like it's just you're so thin any kind of value whatsoever.
No, exactly. So he played it safe. He just said, hey, I have great showdown value with my top pair, so just send me this pot. That's what's going down. All right, both Aarons get out. Chris is gone. Over to Jake, who's in rebuild mode after that little nasty pot to Cobra earlier.
Sick hand, sick run out.
It's true. Bill's coming in. Oh, and it looks like we're adding some stacks here, reloading. So, guys, just for those of you who are just tuning in, the reds there are 5s, the greens are 25s, and the blues are dollar chips.
We might see some whites tonight, maybe not. $100 chips. I found a $100 chip in my backpack the other day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, look, you're running so good.
Right? I'm like, what's this? Oh, it feels like clay. It's a $100 piece of clay.
Yeah. Ooh, piece of candy.
Seems like
Yeah, so I got some seriously disorganized money out. It's just the moral of the story.
The moral of the story is I needed a couple $100, so I literally looked at my couch cushions and bam, done.
Disco. Peter's gonna limp in here under the gun, pocket 3s. Aaron, aces. That's a 20 to go.
Whoa. Is double Aaron allowed to have 2 A's?
Aces,
Is he allowed to have aces?
Aaron.
Is that allowed? Is this legal? All right, going around. So he makes it 20 to go. Looks like we got a couple followers here. Jake, Jeff, they're both coming in.
He's got a lot of customers. I think he's got more customers than he wants.
Wap Rye, what's going on, buddy?
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, you get definitely more customers than you want. He's thinking, man, I should have made it more than 20. 6, 7, 10. A little bit of a weary play. Aces, I'm just checking it out.
Jeff slots bottom pair and an inside straight draw. Top pair for Aaron.
Bottom pair for Jake. And he's firing out 35 right off the bat. So Aaron's going to see exactly where he's at here pretty quick. Thrill D, what's going on? Welcome to the chat.
Makes a call. Jeff might overcall here.
Jeff's thinking he's got a little sneaker hand in there, so he's got a piece of it with a redraw. So he's coming along. 4 of diamonds peels off here on the turn. Aces are still the best here. Jeff with some outs, Aaron with a few outs as well.
The 58 gets there, as does the 53. But other than that, Aaron can get a lot of value from one pair and or straight combos, 5-6, 5-7, 4-5.
Well, and he's hoping to get the value out of the exact 2 hands that are in, right? Top pair with Aaron, and Jeff with a pair and a straight draw.
Yep. He keeps betting at it. Looks like he's gonna make it 90-ish, 80-ish.
Looks like about 90-ish. 3 greens, 3 red.
90.
90 it is. The battle of the Aarons over here.
Smallish bet.
He's checking out. Oh, maybe not. I spoke too soon. Yeah, he's checking out. So over to Jeff here. Jeff's thinking, all right, 90, pot sitting at 300.
Double gut shot for Jeff. And a pair.
So there you go. You can see Jeff has 11 outs calculated at the top, and we do take into account if any of those cards are dead as well. We calculate the muck and the other cards that people had. So those are his true outs. He's drawing to 11 cards.
Chris Nirvana likes salad. I like it.
I always love our chat. Our chat is our people. These are our people here.
They're the best.
Thank you for joining us, guys. Always a pleasure. Always fun times. And Jeff's coming along. Let's see the action river here. Looking for 5, 9, or 8. Disco nails it. So this is going to give Jeff the check mark and the straight against aces here. And let's see what Jeff's doing. Pot's almost 400. Okay, so it looks like aces wants to know. He's getting a good eyeball on a stack right here.
He's got about a pot-sized bet behind. A little less. There's 395 in the pot. Jeff's got about 3 back.
Generally, let me see your chips isn't followed by I check. And he doesn't. He fires out 150.
That's about half Jeff's stack. And Aaron feels that he's value betting here. Aaron wants to call. He thinks that Jeff's just got a 10.
So
Jeff
Jeff,
pay him off.
Jeff insta-shoved, and the thing is, Jeff doesn't have a hugely sizable stack. Maybe for aces to get away here, it's almost cheap enough to where. And this is exactly what he wants to know. It's about another 180 behind.
What do you beat if you're Aaron? The way this hand was played.
And that's the problem.
Flat,
what
flat,
do you beat?
flat,
Just,
jam. I mean, when you're like mid-range jamming, you have like no fold.
And he knows, yeah, exactly. He knows, so he's gone.
And it's not like he's coming back over the top of the like from the, like 4, 5, 600. We might have some bluffs in there.
Yeah.
Like, with that sizing, he has no bluffs.
No, exactly. With what he has behind, he's not. He's never, ever, ever on any day of the week making that move. Jeff's not making that move to get you to fold. There.
No.
I mean, it's end of story. It is what it is. I mean, his hands face up. He has at least a pair of aces beat. You know, whether it be the straight, 2 pair, etc. Set, doesn't matter. And he knew it. And that's just the unfortunate thing where you sit there and you just have to swallow it and be like, yeah, that sucks.
Well, at least Aaron got away from it. He led 150, folded to the min raise.
Question from the chat, what's the best place to learn poker?
Your local library.
It's true, start with books.
Yeah, start with books. I mean, it's true. I mean, read anything and everything you can. There's a lot of misinformation out there, but at the same time, there's a lot of really, really, really good information out there as well. And other than that, jump in the games, start small.
Definitely start small, guys. It's, you're going to get the same bad beat education at the higher limits as you will at the smaller limits, so you might as well make it cheap on yourself.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be a learning curve, but you know what? You got to get in the game. It's a lot of fun. Beautiful game. Beautiful game.
I love it. Ooh, piece of candy. Race at 25 by Jake. All right, 10-9 deuce rainbow here. We're just catching up here with the action tracker. So we're going to see what's going on here in a minute. So Jake's coming along here. To the turn. Oh, to the river, there we go. 4 hearts on the river. Aaron actually makes the flush.
Jake Rivers straight?
Look at that. Actually, Aaron, look at this. Aaron turned his straight, and then Rivers a flush. He was super free rolling.
Oh, there we go. There's the hand. Waiting for the board to catch up. I'm Lyman Son. What's up? Reckless No. How can we tell the hole cards when there aren't cameras in each seat?
Wait, don't actually tell him. Just say magic. No, okay, I'll tell you.
RFID technology we have, and there you see in the chat box there from Nightbot, each card has a little microchip installed in it, and we have a radio frequency antenna under the table in over each one of the card reader spots, and it feeds back to our software behind the table. We're on a 25-minute delay over the game. We're giving you some live commentary, and so that's how we can sell the cards. We just make it up.
Yeah, we just make it up. We're like, you know what? That looks like a guy who has aces. You know, his name is AA Ron. We're just gonna say he has aces.
No, RFID, it's a beautiful thing.
You know what? So what if somebody comes up with a radio and identifies the cards? I believe they're all individually paired and keyed.
Yeah.
So I don't believe. I mean, obviously, you know, anything is hackable. But last time I checked, I don't think we have any guys sitting there with RFID scanners. Although that would be impressive.
I don't know. It's a pretty impressive hat from Aaron. I mean, that thing might be an RFID scanner.
They do have their phones at the table. A lot of these guys are watching the stream. Like you said, we are on a 20-25 minute delay. So they're checking out what guys had in previous hands and kind of adjusting their game on the fly. Yeah, Reckless, no, this is our main TV table, if you will. So we play all of our games on this that we stream. So like we were talking about earlier, you know, there's been a, what, 5, 10, 50 game. There's been,
Yeah, we stream 5, 10, 5, 5 kilo.
10, we have some
10,
fat
10, 25, 10, 25, 50. That was
2500.
Yeah, 25, 50, 100. Stream it all. And like I said, it's funny, like, as far as the stakes go, one of the most entertaining game to watch, though, every month, it's the 1-3 Veronica and Friends game. It's her hand-picked lineup, custom put together, absolute train wreck disaster of a 1-3 game.
Coming up literally 48 hours from now, you better be watching that stream on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer. Click that heart, do not miss it. 48 hours from now will be the Veronica and Hostages / Veronica and Prisoners / Veronica and Frenemies. You pick your acronym, but it's going to be awesomeness.
Sean McCormick points out the RFID scanner, like even if you did, it would just come up as a 32-digit code. It's not going to come up like, oh, ace, jack of clubs, or ace. It's not going to show up like that. It would show up as a code in the event that. So I mean, our software decodes that.
Like I said, we have to go through and we have to pair basically individually every single card, and every RFID chip has its own unique ID. So if you were going to rig this game, it'd take you a whole lot more time. Yeah, just good luck with that.
So you're saying there's a chance.
That's how you're saying there's a
Poker
chance.
players, man, if it's...
They're like, if I can get a 1/10 of a point edge, I'm in. Like, bring it.
The worst.
It doesn't have to be touching the cards. There's like a good inch or two. You can see the little diamond pads in front of all of our players there.
You just gotta have the cards over
Just have the cards on that. That's it.
Hey, Aaron picking up queens. So Alex here has stepped out. We're talking about playing 7 deuce. I don't know if they're playing the 7 deuce game or if Alex just has the sickness right now. He puts in a re-raise to 65 with 7 deuce off. Jake makes a call 8-7 and Aaron queens still an overpair. Jack 6-5, 2 clubs.
And Jake spikes open-ended.
And Alex is the original aggressor here with 7 deuce. I love it. He added on chips a few hands ago and said, you know what, kick rocks, I'm going for it. Barrels.
Bring it. We got a quick question from B Wild Poker. How many buy-ins would you say for the live cash grinding? I don't know. I guess my answer to that would be it depends. You know, right? I know. I definitely have a few bullets in your pocket for sure. Whatever you're planning on buying in with, I'd probably have 3x that at least in your pocket just in case.
What if you're doing for a living, if that's the way I'm reading the question, 30, 40, 50, I mean, you can never have too
if it's overall like bankroll management, I would never risk more than, what, 5% of your bankroll at any given time? Something like that?
Yeah, and even then that's probably be a lot.
Yeah.
In any one single game.
Which means, guys, if you got 10 grand as your poker bankroll, you really shouldn't be playing more than about 500 at most. So 3 on the river here is going to give our queens by AA Ron the check mark.
$585 in the pot.
Yeah, $585 in the pot. Same thing. Yeah. So Jake misses open-ended here, and Alex. Oh, is he going to come out swinging with the 7 deuce? This just makes me happy inside.
Got gears. Just put the
This
stacks
makes
together.
me happy inside. Yes. Oh, even more. So many stacks of red. It's like 250.
Yes.
250. A little under half pot. Yeah. I think that might be 240, 250. I think that might be just enough to. Did I hear an all right?
Babyface ATL, I'm not sure if they're playing 7 deuce or not. I think Alex just has the sickness.
And I love it. You know, Alex actually hasn't really been getting super spunky in a lot of these hands, so that kind of tighter image could actually really play to his advantage right here. This is the reason you play like that. So you can make this move and you can take down this pot regardless of what you have.
We talked about that at the beginning of the stream. Alex has his different gears. He goes back and forth. Oh, and I think...
Yes, it's gonna work! Oh, it's
So
gonna work.
sick.
And he did just get his aces snapped, so that's kind of mentally where he's at. And I can't see Jake making a move here. Man, it's gonna work. What a beast.
Yeah, Jake can't rebluff this.
What a beast. I can't. Is Alex gonna
There's
table
the
it?
show.
Is he gonna show
He
it?
shows it.
Yeah.
And Aaron just like, God. Damn it.
Oh, double Aaron is like, oh, my aces got snapped. I mucked my queens. Loud noises. I'm angry. Brett McCall, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the chat. That's poker. Now, as you can see right there, our mystery man in the suit is slapping down a stack of red in the middle. That is our rack attack from the touchdown you guys talked about 20, 25 minutes ago. So it's $100 splash pot right off the bat. Game on. Free money. This always generates some action.
Yeah, and I like about it in the live stream game, I think we keep the game no limit. I think some of the outer tables, they will switch the game to limit hold'em for like one hand.
Yeah.
In this game, I believe it's going to stay no limit. And we've seen a spot, like, it was a couple games ago with this inning, the live stream with one rack attack, and if I'm not mistaken, it was Mr. Mike Postle.
Yes, it was, and it was huge.
It was a
huge
$200 rack attack, and stuffed 700 in.
Yeah, yeah, it was so sick. I love it.
Out there.
I love it. I know. It's like, oh, there's 200. I guess I'll bet 7. That seems like some good reverse odds.
All that free cheese. There's always some free cheese in a mousetrap. Always. So there's already $100 in the pot. Jake's gonna limp in. Jeff doesn't even bother with it. Jeff doesn't even try to like flop a miracle.
Yeah, it's a call. That's a raise. Apparently.
All right, going to the flop. 9 deuce ace, 2 clubs. I think we're catching up to our player tracker here. Checks around, 4 spades, peels on the turn. Jake hits his 4.
Chips, 40 blue, please, table 11.
Are we playing limit? We might be playing limit here.
Oh, maybe.
We are playing limit. So
Okay.
this is one hand of limit hold'em. One hand of limit hold'em for the rack attack. 5 on the river. And is Chris gonna win this thing with a pair of 9s?
Now you guys know. It wasn't. It was over here when they were checking. And you can bet 10.
How much can I bet?
10. You can bet 10. How much can I bet? You can bet 10. That's it.
The racket ball hand?
So in some of our higher limits, I know that sometimes we leave the rack attack uncapped, so people can still do all sorts of fun, funky stuff. In this particular case, it is normally capped down to a limit game to prevent people from saying like, "Oh, there's $100 in the pot. I'm gonna jam 700." You know? So.
Oh, good.
Lyman Son, what's going on? Winner, winner. Chris did take that down with 9s.
Brent and Callison saying that Lyman's advice is that 1-3 rake is almost unbeatable in California. Huh. I mean, if you're in card rooms that are dropping without flopping, then that's rough. Or if they're like dropping like $11 billion per hand, but like my experience is 1-3 in most card rooms is pretty beatable. Like very, very beatable.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Anthony was sitting over there in seat 9 now where Chris is sitting, and he ended up cashing out maybe about 45 minutes into the stream, something like that.
I didn't know that.
I think maybe I'm just thinking because like 1-3 here plays like 2-5.
Well, yeah, these games play like a healthy, sizable one step up from the actual limit that they are. And yeah, no flop, no drop, super clutch, very important.
Alex goes right back to work, makes it 20 to go, queen 9 off.
Ace Ace King, super action flop, trips for Chris. 98% edge. It's going nowhere. 3 clubs, peels on the turn, helps nobody.
Yeah.
85 in the pot. And now Chris has got to start getting some money in the pot. I don't think he's going to get paid by anyone here. I think anyone's going to get kind of cute or crafty.
No, nobody has anything to pay him. It's just checkout time. Give me the pot. See some cash maybe from Bill over there. Maybe he's thinking about adding on.
Meanie 40 is no limit, no limits, unbeatable. I mean, really low limit.
Rob, can I get 40?
And versus a big drop, yeah, it's a grind. But I mean, you can still beat. I beat the 1-3 in here for 10 bigs for like 10 bigs an hour, not 9 to 10 bigs.
So taking a look real quick around the chip stacks, especially with what Bill just added on, that's just pushing us right about 10K here on the table in play.
C3, please.
It's good. Well, you know, and this is one of the things where, you know, Bill obviously isn't necessarily short stacked, but I love that he's adding on more because God bless table stakes. You're like,
absolutely.
How much do you have? You know, I can add on at least another 1,000. Sweet, I'm in.
See, Meanie 40 here. I mean, here in Stones, there's no cap in it. Like in the 1-3 here, it's a 500 to max to start, but then it's table stakes after that. So I mean, we get some bigger low limit games here.
Absolutely.
Peter makes it 25 to go with jacks.
I would compare a lot of the 1-3 games that I played here very similar to like a 2-5.
Yeah, it's kind of the consensus. Aiden Wilkin, like the way you sound.
Good. So hopefully it was him. It was my stalker in the bushes. Fantastic. Stacks are ever increasing.
Cobra, still the chip leader.
Yeah, 200 max and 1-3. That's pretty. That's
yeah.
just.
Ooh, 200 max and 1-3. I feel like you're handicapped right off the bat. You can't. I mean, how are you gonna make moves? You know, you 1 bet, 1-2 bet, 1-3 bet, and basically your next move is all in.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you're playing like 2 streets of poker, and like that's effectively it.
That's almost like short stack tournament. I have to go all in poker in a cash game. And what? Huh? Why? No.
It's hard. It's gonna be hard to get to. I mean, if people are playing aggressively, it's gonna be hard to get to a turn with an SPR ratio much bigger than 1-to-1, and where you have roughly a pot-sized bet on the turn. It's yeah.
So a little heads-up action here. 6-7-10 on the flop. Jeff spikes open-ended. Jake is playing super nut low with a really bad heart redraw. Hoping for a whole lot of deuces and no 3.
See, Meanie 40, you got to get up here to NorCal here and start grinding some games of Stones. Low limit games here are real.
Yeah, it's right up the street from wherever you're at, and right up the street, I mean Highway 80, because I'm pretty sure that goes all the way over to like Pennsylvania.
Maine.
So Maine. So just get on the street and drive here. It's a long street, but you're gonna love it.
I love it when you're on 80 heading east, coming just, I think it's just into Reno, and it'll say like, oh, you know, like Reno 6 miles, and it'll say like, you know, Maine or Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Is what it says. It
Yeah.
says, you know, 5,300.
I always wonder how they pick that one spot. They're like, oh, and then this other random city like 4 states away. Like,
Yeah.
oh, and then here it's another 1,000 miles.
Yeah, and like just so you know, this will go all the way, you know, to the East Coast.
Yeah. It does freak me out though when I'm traveling, you know, for work or whatever, and I end up over there, and all of a sudden it's like, you know, Google Maps is like, oh, hop on 80, and I'm like, aw, it's like I'm home.
Slash Arrow, welcome to the chat. Good to have you here. 5-5, no limit hold'em.
See, Aiden knows what's up. Lives right next to I-80. I don't care where you are in the U.S.
Yeah.
Hop on the freeway.
In Utah. Like,
it's whatever, same shit. Look at this flop for Alex. Top pair and flush draw for Alex. Gut shot straight draw for Cobra.
my I-80 says New York. See, all across the country. We got the 5, we got 80, we got everything. We got the old interchange here in
numbers.
Sacramento.
Oh wow, what a beastie hand. Cobra folds his 5-7 face up. He's like, I would have got there. Cobra is a beast. I think if you've played poker in the 916, you see Cobra. And I see Cobra everywhere. I mean, I was just, when I was out there in the series in Vegas, right? I was over at like Planet Hollywood playing another side event. And of course, right around the corner, oh, hey, of course there's Cobra. What's up, man? How's it going?
I'm direct text we normally do, yeah.
Legend.
Yeah, you got the
Cobra, the man, the myth, the legend.
And the end zone is just 100 right across the board. And then
Look, I mean, even double A on there, you can't. It's tough to make it out on his hat, but that's actually a Shelby Cobra symbol. Even he's repping Cobra, right there, man. Don't mess around.
And Sean McCormick, he's definitely seen that Aria.
Oh yeah,
Cobra's everywhere.
Yeah, if you've played poker in the general vicinity of pretty much anywhere in the United States, you've probably seen Cobra. He's all up and down I-80. He's everywhere.
Mid poker. Jake drinking Cobra juice. Absolutely, I'd drink some Cobra juice.
If it makes you play.
3, 5, 8, 2 hearts.
Jake with a gut shot straight draw. Bill here waking up with a pair of 5s, and Chris with a couple of overs.
Yes.
You don't need to discriminate. Anybody can play, but in order to get all the extras, like the accrues and whatnot, you have to be over
6 on the turn. That's a money card for Jake. Makes Bill 2 pair.
75 is bet.
And Jake might have a shot here to get a little bit back in that money he lost to Cobra. Check call for Jake with a nut.
Boom! Ace on the river. No help.
Now he's going to lead into Bill. I don't see Bill getting away.
Is Bill in cry call mode here? $1.25. Pot was 300.
Right, anybody can play.
It's almost cheap enough for Bill to say, where am I at? And I think that's what he's going to
We'll
do.
talk smack about you.
Gonna show him the nut.
That's exactly what happened. Great.
Undead Johnny. Super Steven 4. What's up, guys?
Welcome, welcome.
So Jake gets a little bit back.
Jake is he's on the rebuild path. He's not down and out, man. He's working it back for sure.
Start grinding back.
Absolutely. So guys, make sure you click that heart down there and subscribe to us. And as you see our lovely friend Nightbot, who's just so chatty, get that Stones app. It tells you everything you need to know about the spot. Shows you the wait list, shows you the games we got going on, shows you the whole 9 yards. Undead Johnny really wants people to have like customized names, man, on their hat, for sure.
And Aaron is going to get another chance with aces.
Wow, hey, he's like, this time, no more bed. Last time I made a 20 and got like 6 callers. This time, I don't think so.
Well, as it is, he's going to get a chance to re-raise here. Jake makes it 25 to go, ace queen off. Bill calls the 8-6 of hearts.
You know it's important when Aaron here is like pausing the stream. He's like, hold on, guys, I got to play some poker. I got some aces.
Peter gets away.
Eldar, yeah, it's the Stones app. Go in the App Store or Google Play Store and punch in Stones. Stones Poker, Stones Gambling Hall. It should pop right up there.
Hey, Aaron's going to make it 70 to go. Jake can 4-bet this. I don't know if I would be 4-betting Aaron. I didn't see he's like 3-betting very light tonight. He's just going to call. He's out of position, but he'll take his chances.
Trying to buy it. They haven't
No, he's in position. I'm sorry. Aaron 3-bet the aces at the big one. I apologize. He's in position.
Coming around, pots at 215, 4-8 jack on the flop.
Hey, Aaron out of position with aces again. See what he's going to do.
Yeah, no help for Jake. Bill does pick up a small piece here with his 8.
They just don't want the guys to get propped into it. I'm hydrated. For a while, they're
$1, Bob.
100.
100 to go.
Bill is a non-believer. Bill reloaded and says, I have no fear. Jack.
Now that's a card Bill might use to try to take this pot away.
And you know what? That's a card that Aaron does not like to see because Bill called pretty quick, which could easily represent Jack anything.
So I mean, if you're Aaron here, I'd like to see him check. I mean, because like what? I mean, we know he can get value from worse than that Bill, but I mean, if he double barrels here, I think Bill's just gonna fold. Jack is never folding. Good check by Aaron. Pretty standard, but I mean, I think worth mentioning.
You're absolutely correct, but that's not going to stop. Bill's definitely thinking about firing. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Looks like maybe stacking out. Pot's at 415. I'd like to see about 200 here. I think it's what we're going to see. 2.25. 2.25 is the bet.
And now Aaron's thinking, like, God, how did I get so unlucky again?
And that's exactly what he's thinking.
How am I?
It's brutal.
How?
It's brutal, especially with the way Bill pretty much like insta-called the flop. It's very easy for Bill to have a Jack 10, Jack Queen, Jack King, you know.
The one thing to keep in mind is that this was a 3-bet pot, and how many Jack X hands is Bill calling a 3-bet with?
Oh wow, look at this, and he's gonna make the call. 7 on the river, changes nothing. So we still have Aaron here with aces as the best. Pot's up there at 865. Let's see this, man. Let's see what Bill does here on the river.
I mean, the fact that this was a pot that was 3-bet pre-flop, had Bill just You know, and the position has been different, and Aaron just opened in early position, and Bill just called. I think Aaron's more likely to get away from it on the turn, but because there's a 3-bet pot, people are more likely to have just like have pocket pairs than they are to have, you know, like just like 2 Broadway combinations, because so often in 3-bet pots, those hands are dominated.
So I can't. The camera didn't move. I don't know if Bill bet. Okay, I think Bill checked over to Aaron, who's gonna fire out 350 now.
Aaron's leading. He's leading this.
Oh no, he's leading. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. He was in position. Yeah.
Wow, crazy line.
That is a crazy line. I thought he was going to be in check call mode. Everybody in the chat, look at Master C and Babyface. Everybody in the chat's like check call. It's clearly check call. Check bet fold, check call, whatever. Wow.
I've lost my mind.
Yeah. Wow. I think us and all the chat was just like, okay.
Bet lead, check call, lead.
Now my question is this: if Bill jams it there,
I don't think.
What does double Aaron do?
I don't think Bill's they're too deep for Bill to jam, but I think Bill can put in a really, really thick bet. I mean, Bill's, and if it does check over to him, Bill's got to feel that his pair of eights is there's no good, and with a board pairing, with top pair pairing on the turn, he might feel that he can get Aaron to lay down an overpair, Queens plus. The hard part is, like I said, mentioned in a 3-bet pot, players tend to, at least savvy players tend to play less overcall with less Broadway combos, because they also often in 3-bet pots, especially when someone the 3-better is out of the blinds, their hands dominate. Hands like King Jack, Queen Jack, Jack 10, those hands just play very, very, very poorly against someone who 3-bets out of the out of the blinds.
Absolutely, yeah.
They're more likely to have pairs or Ace King, Ace Queen, hands like that. I mean, maybe hands like Ace Queen, but especially like I said, once it was opened by Jake and Bill had just called. And then the 3-bet, Bill is usually gonna have a lot more pairs there than he is in Jack X combos.
Yeah.
And so I really like Aaron's check call on the turn. It keeps bluffs in Peter's range, in Bill's range. Because if he double barrels, then he loses Bill, and so he never gets rid of a Jack. Well, because Bill's got less Jack X type hands, so I guess you're only losing to like 8s full and like 4s full. Even though we know that Bill had a totally different hand. It's just weird. And once he does that, once he check calls the turn, which I love. It's so weird to take the lead line on the river. Like, yeah. It's just...
it was a funky line, you know, I mean, but...
Ended up
working
I lost my
mind. Super Irie. That's perfect, yeah, marked it down. And then, like, for instance, I think it was Real Heaven here said, yeah, he never put him on that. Or Heaven Lives, here we go. He said he never put Bill on a Jack, he was calling the whole way. But if he was calling the whole way, that's why it's kind of interesting that he takes that betting lead on the river. If anything, you think he'd just be in check call mode and let Bill hang his own rope.
Or you just go like bet, but then like on that board on top of your pairs, he knows less likely for him to have Jack X hands. It's kind of weird to go bet. So I mean bet, check call. And I think check calls pretty standard. Like, I mean, the chat went ballistic. Everyone's like check call.
Every check call.
I mean, it's so standard. I mean, the lead, it's like it's. I mean, it's especially like Jake had opened the pot. Bill had flatted. Is Bill ever flatting queens? Because that's like the only hand you can really get value from. Because an eight's never calling you, a jack's never folding. So you're only trying to get value from like queens. But Bill's never got queens plus there because he just flatted Jake's open.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it. But I don't like most things.
I think you just wrote an entire book on that one hand.
Dear Diary. Today I didn't like it.
Today was a bad day.
I think check calls pretty standard. I mean, it was a weird hand.
And look at double Aaron there with the ever so intimidating single giant tower of green.
Right.
I will stack it to the heavens. And there you guys see there, we have Bob, our audio video master, in there. Looks like doing a couple tweaks here on the fly.
He's the greatest Bob of all time. Jake in the big blind with 9s. Aaron's gonna limp in. 4-3 suited.
Jake coming in.
Whee!
Coming in with 9s.
Gonna get a call from Aaron. Call from Chris.
$40 out by Jake here. 5-6 queen. Aaron here. Yeah, open-ended. Possible club potential. Runner. Let's check it out. So he fires the 40. Chris is Gonskis. Oh, look at that. Completes everything in the world. Yay, wee, it's my birthday. Wee.
Disco.
Completely completes the straight, along with giving a straight flush draw. AA Ron has the check mark. Free rolling, going nowhere. Where you going? Nowhere. So Jake checks over to AA Ron, who just, originally flatted, so Jake might be kind of weary about a queen. I don't think he has any idea how truly strong.
I mean, the only hand that Jake's ahead of now is the 7-8. He loses everything else. 3-4 got there. He can't beat a queen. Not a lot of other draws on the flop that didn't get there. He said other than the 7-8. Everything pretty standard fold, check fold by Jake.
Taking it down.
So sick. So sick.
And to answer your questions there, our lovely friend Nightbot explaining how we read these magical cards.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
Please make you pancake. I like it.
Please make me pancake. I'm in. I'm a fan.
all right.
Well, welcome to the chat.
Sold. Real Pharaoh X in the chat. All the best. What, Brian? I'm not falling for it. Kick rocks.
Wait, this is live?
I'm not saying. Oh god, they know.
I love all of our regulars, how they love to. It's just it's a light, friendly trolling.
Yeah.
It's light, friendly trolling. Oh yeah.
All right.
Apparently we got a precursor of a fun hand coming up here soon, guys.
Trip 8s for Chris. He's gonna have a hard time getting any value from Aaron. I take that back.
You don't
Never
even know
mind.
what you're talking about.
Things
so now, so now this is interesting. So, and Aaron checks again to I think Aaron was just kind of wanting to see what peeled off. I think he thought Chris was super weak there.
Hero.
I don't necessarily see a call here, but we've been fooled before. And he's gone. C2 is not. I don't think Jeff's a prop. I don't think there's any props at this table right now, is there?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't think so. Koba's not a prop in the fact that he works here. He's just a prop as in basically he's always here. He's just a prop of stuff.
He's a piece of furniture. He's here.
He just hangs out.
I love that I can hear Abraham's laugh.
Yeah. we can hear our audio video guys here behind us.
Chris is gonna open up the pot. Makes it $1 bilzerian to go.
Ooh, I like that reference. Bilzerian dollars is enough to cover at least one private charter jet.
Absolutely. At least.
So 7, 8, 5 here. Ooh, look at that.
That's a lot of fives.
Turn trips for Alex. So many fives. Oh, the Nightbot. Come get some.
Get wrecked. Chris raises to 85. Alex makes a call. And there's a card that both players, or that Chris might think about representing here. The board is now a one-liner to a straight. 86 makes a straight. Diamonds get there, but Alex's five's full. Whew. Does he have the sickness? Is he going to check here?
Go, coming in swinging. Buck and a quarter, something like that?
And Chris is capable of making a move here. It'd be the wrong timing.
What I love about Alex is you really haven't seen him involved heavily in a whole ton of pots. But when he does, he's either got something like this or he's just totally stone cold in it with 7 deuce. And that's what I like.
And this is going to be going through Chris's mind is that he showed the 7 days earlier. We know he's capable of dry bluffing and just barreling multiple streets here. But if you're Chris, once you raise the turn and Alex calls out of position. Oh, God.
Uh-oh, danger, Will Robinson. Danger, coming in for heat.
Oh, we just oopsied.
Yeah, it looks like 370. I think this is what he walked by and was talking about right here.
We just oopsied all over the table.
Oops, 350 is the bet.
350.
And now Alex here is like,
And Alex has got to be. Alex can't. I mean, he's not folding, but he got eights. I mean, he could have 8s full, 7s full.
It's weird, I can hear myself on the speaker and somebody else watching the stream at the table. It's just like, wow, is it me? Good lord, sorry.
I mean, you see
Taco Gato,
the
real quick, there's a 20-minute delay on the stream, so they're watching hands from 20 minutes ago.
I don't know if Alex does. I think this might be. I mean, you remember Chris raised the turn here, and after Alex led and then called the raise on the turn and now leads river again, for Chris to raise that, he generally has to be super strong.
And even then, Alex played that really cautiously. He didn't even re-raise him.
I think re-reconciliation. There's no worse hands that call out.
Oh, exactly. No, I mean, otherwise he re-raises, he goes all in, and then the guy snap calls with 7s full, 8s full. You know what I mean?
And I think if he raises there, and I think Chris would fold. I mean, would fold flushes. The way that action goes, I think flushes are never good if he were to repop it. So
that pumps us up to some big stacks here. Cobra's still in the big stack with 2K, but Alex not far behind him with 1,700.
A for effort, Chris. Timing, brother.
Yeah. In the event he didn't have a boat, that's yours all day. But he did. Dang it.
Yeah. If Alex is just leading a 6 there for the straight, the board's paired, the flush got there. Chris can take that away, can get Alex off of, any of the 6s. Or all the 6s, I should say. And you go back to the drawing board with Chris. Alright, well. Yeah, re-raise would have been terrible.
What, you mean if you're Chris with the 4-5?
If you're Alex with the 4-5.
Alex, that's what I meant.
Like you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, Alex with the 4-5, yeah, I gotcha. All right, here, going to the flop, 8-9-9. I think, is Cobra still in this pot? I thought Cobra folded. I think we're catching up with some action.
Yeah, the anguish in that last hand on Alex's face was real.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hands that beat him, and not a whole lot worse. I mean, he can beat flushes. I mean, that's good for him. He can beat flushes.
Yeah.
And he can beat 6s.
Yeah, Alex won that hand with 5s full of 4s.
5s full fierce.
5s really fierce. It was so fast, Flash nailed it there.
Where did our V-Cross Poker go?
She's right there. She's hanging out. She's grinding. Another one of our fellow commentators here, the one and only Valerie Cross, who I believe you will see in the booth for the Veronica and Friends game on Wednesday. You're going to see our very own JFK Stones tournament director and Val doing some commentary on one of the liveliest games you're probably going to see here in a while. You're going to see it once a month. It's going to be intense. You see Cobra there. Cobra, to answer questions right there in C4.
Jeff makes it 25 to go.
Seven, 4, 10. Top pair for Aaron. Couple of overs for Jeff. That's not going to slow him down. Pot's at 60. Aaron checks over to Jeff. He fires, 35, something like that? Insta call from Aaron here. 3 on the turn. Nice.
Smooth.
Super smooth. Got about as smooth as sandpaper over there, this guy. He's hilarious. Full of hilarity. All right, Jack on the river. Proves nothing. Oh, and Aaron fires 35, and that's enough to get Jeff to go away.
Little blocker bet, a little defensive bet there by Aaron. Why is seat 3 not labeled Pokemon Trainer in the overlay?
Is it the hat?
It's the hat,
right?
It's the hat.
It's the red and white hat? Okay. Just checking, catching up on my Pokemon lore here.
I didn't do it.
Alright guys, if you're enjoying the ever so fun carnage that you're watching, don't forget to click that heart there in the bottom left. Always good times here. And like I said, 48 hours from now, I want to see every one of you here watching the Veronica and Friends game. I promise you, you will not be disappointed.
Real Pharaoh X, standard tip size, buck a hand. Waprai. Yeah, if you're a baller white, like Waprai, $3.50 a hand.
Yeah, most people tip, a couple bucks. It really depends, It depends.
Oh,
It depends like everything else. Don't get into it. Don't get into it.
Oh, God, I walked right into that one.
Here it comes.
But it's 85.
Bill opens up the pot, makes it 20 to go with Ace King clubs. Cobra's gonna call right behind with pocket fives.
Peter's sneaky with the jacks.
Oh, I'm sorry. And then we have a re-raise here.
Yeah, there's the 3-bet by Peter's jacks over here.
85.
And
Bill calls.
Bill's gonna call with Ace King, and Cobra.
I think he's gonna be priced in here.
And Cobra's got position. Cobra loves the button. He's thinking about it. I think he knows he's doing a little set mining. I think he knows he's definitely behind.
These players are all deep enough where Cobra can profitably set line here. Especially when two of the more snug players at the table have re-raised and then have called re-raise. Cobra's got to imagine that one of them's going to have a strong enough hand where if he does get lucky enough to hit a 5, he will get paid off.
Look at this. So huge flop for Bill, and actually that gives Peter also a gut shot straight draw here if a queen peels off to Broadway. Cobra completely whiffed with the 5s. Pot's sitting at 265 right now. Ooh, 2 1/4 bet by Bill with top 2. It's a scary board for Bill. He knows he's afraid of spades. He knows any jack or queen has the potential to just murder him here. Cobra obviously was way checking out. So let's see here.
Shasta 44, what's up?
What does Peter do? Puts the pot at just about 500 now.
I think Peter gets away.
He's gone. I mean, Peter knows he's behind there. He knows he's drawing. He knows he basically pretty much has to hit a queen, and a jack might even not be good if it comes. So he's gone.
Please fold.
Revisiting our stack sizes there. We're about 10K in overall money. Cobra and Alex and Peter and Aaron there in our 1K plus club.
Coming around.
Oh, Shasta soda. That takes me back.
Right? No,
Right.
I have like flashbacks right now.
Yeah, you're in there, you're like, wow, I can get an entire case of soda for like $1.82. I'm in.
It's like the exact price.
I'll take it all. We'll plus CRV, but who's counting? Come on. I had my moments.
And the blind's gonna chop it up. That's the first walk pot. When I was a kid, I grew up on Lake Shasta up north. So like I thought as a kid like that Shasta was like just like, and maybe it was it just an NorCal thing? Or?
I don't know. It's just funny. I always thought it was great how it was like instead of Mountain Dew, they have like Canadian Mist.
Yeah.
or whatever, and it's the exact same thing.
Yeah. Shasta this, Shasta that.
Whenever you go over to somebody's house and they offer you a drink, they hand you like a Shasta Cola. You're like, what? I'm not good enough for real Coke? I'm not good enough for Pepsi? Coke and Pepsi and Mountain Dew, make sure you send us the check for the spiff in the mail.
You're welcome.
That. Thanks. Cool. Good talk. See you out there. Dr. Thunder. There you go. Waprai knows what's up. Remember that? Instead of Dr.
God.
Pepper. Dr. Thunder.
Jeff's gonna open up the pot. You make it 20 to go, 10-8 of spades. And this one I can get through. I don't see anyone's got anything to defend with. RC Cola for the win, he says.
It's like the battle of like the third party tier brand sodas. You're like, oh, what was that other one? It's like instead of Fruit Loops, you get Fruitios, and they come in a like 20-gallon bag on the very bottom of the aisle. Oh, Storm. Yes.
Wow.
How did this come into the retro soda chat? I'm all about it. And we all know that if you get soda in a glass bottle, like straight from Mexico, that it's way better than any sort of like canned bottle, plastic bottle you get here. Come on.
Can of tab. The chat.
The chat heats up in a heated discussion over soda.
And this all started with Shasta 44.
Oh, Cobra, the man, the myth, the legend. There you go.
There it is.
Chips, please. 40 blue, table 11.
There you go. Cobra, race to 20. Alex coming along here with Ace King. And I think Peter is as well. Look at this, AA Ron. We'll have a nice little juicy pot builder going on. All right, 4 players. Pot's sitting just under 100.
For me.
10, Jack, 7. A little piece for everybody here. Cobra with a gut shot straight draw. Alex with one as well with a couple of overs. Peter with a pair of 10s. Aaron with a pair of 10s.
I love Tank X87 with a shameless plug of the Stones app. It's good though. I mean, we got it. It's up and running.
I just love how Master C is like, hey, shut up, bro. Adults are talking soda.
Peter bets 35 with his pair of 10s. Alex, just gonna call.
Super brick on the turn.
Aiden Wilkin never drank generic pop.
Oh, it's like that?
It's like that.
Some of us were raised up super rich with golden spoons and brand name soda.
That might have been 45. Who's counting? As it is, Peter double barrels on the turn.
Taking it down. Enough to get Alex out of there.
It's called pop. Extra emphasis on the second P.
Give me a
It's
pop.
called pop.
Give me a sody pop. Alright guys, so if you like Stones Life Poker or if you like Sody Pop, make sure you go ahead and click that heart in the lower left. Subscribe now, hang out with us. We always have a good time. If nothing else, the chat's entertaining.
Jesus. The chat's a mess.
Oh man. Nutsacular, welcome to the chat.
Our friends from the Great White North.
Ah, yes.
Alex.
Look at Alex's stack of red, man. He's collecting red chips.
It's the best.
Alright, there we go. Now we got cards on.
Oh, and Alex has aces.
Oh, is that allowed? I thought he was only allowed to bluff with 7 deuce. Jack 3-6, couple of diamonds. Let's see, we're still catching up the graphics. Who else is in this hand here?
Alex's aces are still good here. Jeff makes it. No, Jeff's not in the hand.
Against Aaron, who, yeah, has nothing. There we go. Aces are good. They're going to hold here.
The Poker Ninja. We are in NorCal, just outside Sacramento. And the games are good.
They are very good. Speaking of which, guys, if you're anywhere local or even if you're not, come on down starting this Friday for our Stones Poker Classic. Fatty guaranteed tournaments, 6 max tournaments, monster deep stack tournaments every day.
3 flight main, over 250K or 250K in guarantees. It's gonna be a good one.
Love it. Some familiar faces that you've seen before, like Lon McCarron, Chris Moneymaker, Bart Hansen, David Tuckman. The whole crew's gonna be here.
Yeah, Lon. I think it's very cool. I mean, we got. I mean, the voice of the World Series of Poker, Lon McCarron.
Yeah,
it's gonna be in here.
Literally.
I mean,
you want to know? If anything, you can just come play a tournament with Lon McCarron. Come hang out.
That's so funny.
Come hang out and play a tournament with Lon McCarron and Chris Moneymaker. Why not?
Lon's here all the time. We're gonna have Chris Moneymaker back through the building again.
And it's not even going to be like a $10,000 main event by it. So it's like affordable. Like, come on down, hang out, big old prize pool. Big thinker. Stones does not have a hotel, but there are lots of good hotel accommodations right around here.
Alex makes it 20 to go with a 7-8 suited. Chris puts in a re-raise. He clicks back to make it 40 to go with ace queen. Min re-raise. I don't know about that. I don't like anything though.
Ooh, 7-6 deuce. Alex with top pair. Man, Alex is just heating up, man. He's on fire right now.
Best. Chris, no showdown value, was original aggressor in the pot. Heads up. He's going to see about everything. He does here. He makes it 60 to go. Alex not folding top pair. We know that. Check call. Now there's a card that Chris can double barrel. Once Alex check calls on 7-6 deuce, the king should not improve him that often, and it doesn't. It's a good double barrel card. Chris knows it. There he goes again. And now Alex, worries that like, hey, well, even if I was right on the flop now, he might have just caught up with me. I wouldn't fault Alex for folding on this turn. The part that going through his mind is that he knows it's a good double barrel card for Chris. Not binding. Alex makes a call.
Boom, 10 of hearts here.
If Chris can fire a third barrel here, this should work. Alex's range, I mean, his hand should be pretty face up by now. He's gonna have mostly sevens. He's gonna have some sixes. Some busted straight draws, which obviously, you could check back into hands, but the hands are gonna fold anyway. I think you win more often when you bet here. It's a good bet by Chris. I like it.
Pot's at 370. Looks like he's buck
he might be a little light on the sizing here.
Buck and a quarter, maybe. I think maybe buck 50, buck 70, buck 60.
It's a little small.
Is it enough? Oh, it might be.
It looks really valuable.
It looks super value-y. And I think that's exactly why Alex is, Alex went from insta-calling to, let me think about this for a minute, you know what I mean?
And he's got the chip in hand. He's gonna flick it in there.
Alex, turn on your RFID scanner.
Oh, goodness.
I love it. Alex is definitely thinking about this, and I think it's the sizing that kind of has him for a loop. It's almost like a please call me sizing.
King, queen, something like that.
Even if he would have been open-ended with 8-9, he got there with a 10.
Hard to put him on the 8-9. But
I'll put him on whenever I want, thank you very much.
He lets it go. I'm not going to fault Alex for, in that line. It's very easy for Chris to see-bet a hand like King, Jack, King, Queen, Ace, King.
And I believe you're watching. I think this is what Chris was referring to when he walked by the booth and he's like, check out this sick bluff later. That might have been.
If I'm Chris, though, I'm also, it's like I said, the King's unlikely to improve Alex. I'm going to value bet Jacks. Nines there even. I don't think the 10's going to improve that all that much. Except for the 8-9. The 8-9 is the only hand I think you're really worried about there.
Yeah.
If you're value betting worse, but if you had 8s or 9s, you can get value from 7s there. You're blocking 8-9, so it's hard for him to have that. So you can value bet a lot of hands there, and with that sizing, trying to make price a 7 in to call you. Maybe I was too quick to be critical of the sizing there. I think maybe the sizing was just right.
The sizing was very efficient. That sizing, it really makes it feel to me like you're begging for a call. And I'm like, am I just gonna be the sucker who gives you an extra buck and a quarter for no reason? You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think, if I had Jacks, 8s, 9s there, King, Queen, King, King, Queen, King, Jack, what would I size there? Because like I said, on 7-6 deuce, when he check calls there, it's hard for any of those later cards to improve his hand, albeit for the 10, because the 8-9 gets there.
Yeah.
Everything else, I think you can value bet a lot of hands there.
Looks like we lost Jake over there in seat 1. I think we're gonna be filling that slot here with a fresh player in a minute. So let's keep an eye out and see how that goes.
Then again,
what do I know? I don't even know what's going on.
I don't know.
Loud noises.
Bill's got kings, and he's already 3-bet already. I was zoning out, thinking about other hands. Alex with the queen 7 here. Did this really just happen? Queen high flop. Both Jeff and Alex hit their queen. Bill's so good with his overpair of the kings. Backdoor diamonds for Alex as well. It's otherwise dry for Jeff, albeit for top pair. But what are you gonna do?
Unless maybe a 9 or Jack peels to give him a weird little gut shot along with it. But I think any sort of large bets come in, I could be getting out of there. So bet 100 by Bill, and Jeff's gonna make the call. 4 on the turn, no improvement.
Brett and Kyle, the 10's a good card because it's just for the reason that it's unlikely to improve your opponent. Aside from the 8-9, the 10 does not improve your opponent's range of hands he's going to have to be checking on the flop with most of the time. So, if a hand like a 6, an 8, a 4, a 5, a hand like a card like that comes off, that's a bad card. Anything over than that, you know, a 9 or bigger, especially a 10 or bigger, is so much more likely to miss your opponent's check calling range on the 7-6 deuce. That's why it's a good card. It's not because it's necessarily going to be good for your range, but it's more specifically bad for your range. What's bad for your opponent's range is good for your range.
So it looks like a check down there on the river, a couple $100 on the turn. Sizable pot here, approaches 700. Now, if you guys saw that, going into the turn, Jeff's only 2 outs, I believe, showed like just 2 10s or something, and that is because, like I said, we calculate the true outs. So we knew that there wasn't any queens left. We knew that one of the 10s or whatever was already burned. So that he even though he, in his head, obviously you're thinking you're drawing more outs, there was really only 2 cards left in the deck that would have helped him out. Seat 1 changes shirt. She's so funny. No, you're funny. He got a haircut. Relax.
I love our chat. They're the best.
Our chat's like our extended dysfunctional Thanksgiving family dinner, and that's why we love them.
And we got gen dealing, so we can't lose.
So we're good.
For the win. Cobra does not chop.
Cobra.
And it's always 1 minute off.
It's always 1 minute. I love it.
It's always 1 minute off. Here, we should do the news desk. This just in. Important news. You'll see soon.
Cobra flops
JD
top
guy
and
or
bottom
what?
pair.
Are you a JD man? Or Tila
Alex hits his jack.
man? Or maybe back in your younger days. You said
2
it.
clubs,
I didn't
peels
say
on the
it.
turn.
I would never say a young man toast.
Cobra's still with the best with his king. Alex looking for, like again, back to those true outs. Jack or a 3, but looks like the 3s are burned.
They get up there and ace.
He bets 80. Alex quickly calls. 9 comes off.
You know how like when they drink liquor.
The Poker Ninja, real quick, how many are you expecting for the 450 main event? Well, I mean, if the actual guarantee is 125K, we always at least hit that. So there's going to be a solid pool of players here. We're doing some intense math over here. King A.
So I think we're expecting somewhere between 300 plus, like 3. I'm gonna guess we're gonna probably see between 350 to 450 players. So I think 400 is a really good line.
Well, that makes sense because our last larger, we had the big Hydra multi-day tournament. I think the Hydra ended up at like 500 something players or something like that. So that's right around where I expect, right? That number in there. The upper echelon of 400, 500, something like that.
I say at least 300. I'm being rather conservative. I would with 3 starting flights. I don't think 400 entries is
out of reach,
at all. I wouldn't doubt to see even more than that. It's gonna be a really good event. 3 starting flights.
Well, there might be
deep
less
stack,
entrants, but we're definitely going to
long
fire more
structure.
barrels.
Oh.
I'm getting going down to Walmart and getting my ammo. I'm going to fire a lot of barrels. It's going to be awesome.
America.
America. Hashtag winning.
Oh, you know? But
Aaron under the gun. King 10 suited makes it 20 to go.
Going to Nola to eat some po' boys. Cobra here on the button. Checking out.
Side pot. Welcome to the chat. The Addicts in seat 1. I love it.
Alex coming in. All right, look at this. A couple of aces here on the flop. Nobody, it looks like, sporting that ace. Right now, looks like we have AA Ron. Oh, catching up here with the action. AA Ron maybe with the best here with King High. Queen on the turn. Checks around.
All the folks on that 9 o'clock bracket tab.
Checks around again. So pot sitting at 85 bucks. Anybody's game here.
All right, looks like that's the number 11.
Showdown. Show me the monster. Who's got the highest card? Any pair wins. King 10 good.
Yeah, you guys just have it.
Oh, our friends, our confidants. All right, guys. So we have a little something coming up. It might not be this hand, might be the next hand. We'll see. In quotation marks. Oh, I think they're talking about it right now, guys. It sure is. We have another Rack Attack hitting the table, and this time it's $200 Rack Attack. So for those of you who missed the last one, what that means is our boy JFK Stones there is going to slap $200 in the middle of the table, and that is automatically added to this pot.
Courtesy of the house. Because here at Stones,
Of the house.
we just give money away.
You come in, you watch football, they get touchdowns, we get free money in the pots. Come on down to Stones.
And I was gonna say, it's like Sundays they give all the touchdown rack attacks, and they have the bottomless mimosas. Sundays is a bad great thing.
Sunday is the worst best day ever to come here.
man.
Oh, look at this. And AA Ron wakes up with Kings. Must be nice.
And we are playing Limit Hold'em for one hand. There's $200 added to the pot, and AA Ron's got to be thinking like, sure, now I get Kings. Now I do. 2 bets from Cobra.
2-bet, 3-bet, 9-bet. Let's see it.
More bets.
God, the problem is that especially in a limit game here, when you have the splash pot, nobody's folding, so your Kings are essentially just like, fingers crossed. More bets. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
More bets.
Oh, and of course there's an ace on the flop. Ace 7, 8 here, couple of hearts.
More bets.
No player with an ace, actually. Check this out. Kings are still in the lead here for AA Ron. So you guys, you see the pot calculator there? Just add another 200 to that. So right now the pot's already well over 300.
Was it Alex that bet the flop here? Alex has got backdoor hard draw, inside straight draw.
I love it because in a scenario like this, you're always getting pot odds. Every single bet ever. Pot odds, pot odds, pot odds.
And there is the straight for Alex, who bet the 10-6 off
Monster.
on the Ace 8-7
for Chris.
board.
And for
Chris, it's a 2.
Same straight.
What the?
Whee!
2 bets. More bets. 11 bets. So you see the pot size there. There's another 200 on top of that. So there's 365 in this pot, and it costs you 20 to call.
It's so disgusting. The odds are so disgusting in when you're forced down the limit here with this big splash pot.
And the AA Ron with Kings is drawing dead.
Yeah, Gladiator Game, and to answer your question, because it's a splash pot, because the house added $200 to keep people from going super crazy, they just punch it down the limit for this one hand, and then we'll be right back to our 5-5 no limit after this.
10 comes off. Alex and Chris. Did Chris fold? No, Chris didn't.
No, maybe he folded earlier or something. No, well, there's no, yeah.
Hey, Chris still thought.
Yeah, no, they're catching up with the action tracker here. 10-6, 10-6. They're like,
Chop
wow.
it up. Chop it up.
And Ron's like, yeah, he shows my kings. He's like, of course you don't have kings. Why wouldn't I have kings? You know that because an ace hit the flop.
I was thinking like the fact that I didn't realize that security was like a
Pass the grits. It's an option.
Chop up that big old pot.
You can, I mean, I won't judge you.
No. Commando limit. From the chat.
That second you got a premium hand. No, I'm just saying.
All right, now that we are back from that word from our limit sponsors, back to no limit.
Here we go. Game on.
Oh, past the grids.
Limits like kissing your cousin.
Hey,
brother. Like I said, I'm.
Not that I would know, but yeah, that sounds. Oh, is this? Oh, it's the hand before. I'm like, what? He has kings again? No, just kidding.
All right, so we got a little software lag. Jesus God. Another,
All right.
the chat doesn't need to be encouraged.
All right.
Like,
sorry. We're done. I just like to throw some bait in there every now and then. All right, so Peter is raising here from the button. Still catching up with the action tracker.
I'm Lyman's son of.
Right now, with Peter on the button, raising up to 30, what do you think? Let's call it jacks? Tens? Let's see, that's my read on Peter here.
We'll never know because we still got software lag.
7, 9, 10 here, couple of spades. Actually, you wish Chris had 10, 6 of spades right now, but that is not the case.
I'm Lyman's son. Good winning rate for limit poker. What? 1 to 2 big bets an hour. So if I'm looking at the flop correctly, mind you, the graphics with the cards show. I mean, we know that that's his hand from the last time. Sitting with Deadix there. That's all last hand graphics. So forget about that. The board.
Look at that board.
Is
Board
mucho
pair,
coordinated though.
3 cards straight flush. Everything's out there. So let's see here.
Board paired, 3 cards straight
There
flush.
wasn't much action actually on the flop or the turn, so this could just be a move here by the Addicts. We're gonna find out. But Peter is definitely thinking about he's thinking about something. He's definitely staring him down.
Poker Ninja earns about 45 big bets an hour. I call.
Looks like Peter's trying to do a little soul reading. Alright, so you guys chime in. We have the mystery hand out there. Heaven Lives says Addicts has a flush. Gladiator Gaming, that's when side pots come into play. So if you have a couple players with shorter stacks, they can only, the bigger stack can only lose as much as the shorter stacks have. So that's when you create side pots and you flip over the hands and basically everybody gets the pot corresponding to how much they put in. Man, Peter's really in the tank about this. Yeah, Peter's really in the tank about this.
What do you like, River Trips? Trips junk kicker? Peter folds. I can just hear smells like Team Spirit, like barreling away.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Here's some random Nirvana. Man. Man, look at the Addicts here stacked up. Is that right? 2.3K? Wow.
To Addicts.
Guys, listen to Nightbot. He knows what he's talking about. Grab that new Stones app. You can see what live games are running. You can get on the list. You can check out the menu. Delicious food, by the way, if you guys haven't been here or eaten here. Fantastic food. All right, now we're catching up. Maybe.
Addicts is going to limp in. Looks like the ace jack offsuit. It is. All right, so now we're graphics are current. We're all good to go. Alex is going to open up the pot with king queen off.
You're right, I'm just rocking out to that Nirvana in the background.
Right. 8-5-3 misses both players.
The battle of the bets to the original aggressor here.
Power of position.
Oh yeah, and the Addicts is not buying it.
never
Insta
mind.
check
Wow.
call. Insta check call. So 5 board pair. Addicts is in non-believer mode. Check through. I think that might give Addicts the idea that he might actually have the best hand here. Double board pair. He's not even in check call mode. Addicts is firing it out. It says bring it.
Oh, you're not on there either.
60 is the bet. 75. Oh, and he makes the call with king high.
Wow.
And Addicts does not like that call.
Superhero.
Yeah, Addicts does not like that call. Alex was on the right track that Addicts didn't have much, but he had, more nothing than him. That's a rough.
Addicts can have the 6-7 there.
What are you talking about? There's one pressure for the raise. Not as good as you. Gotta get
Those chip stacks forever climb. So guys, one last time here, if you're just tuning in, make sure you click that heart there and subscribe to us. We always have fun times. We broadcast every Monday and Wednesday, and then with the Stones Classic Poker Series coming up, we're going to have a lot of fun broadcasts coming up Saturday, Sunday, etc., and then the main event, of course, following after that. So definitely tune in. Lots of fun stuff. And you've already heard me say before, this Wednesday, Veronica and Friends game, this man will be playing in it, along with 8 other fantastic players. Actually, 6 other fantastic players and 2 really nitty ones. You're gonna love it. It's always a fun time. Lots of wine, lots of large juicy pots. Enjoy.
Loan for Cards, we are here with you from 7 to 10 p.m. Pacific time. Jeff makes it 20 to go with Pocket Sevens, gets calls from Alex, Aaron, and to Addicts.
6-10-6
to Addicts.
He's on fire. Oh, and Aaron with a 6 with a bigger kicker. Whee!
Oh no,
guys, this is called
Fireworks are incoming.
And it's Jeff leading the 7, so he's got the 4th best hand.
Ayah, and then Alex with a 10. We're gonna see some fireworks, guys. Straight up.
Did Alex raise him with a 10?
Ninja Glasses, yes, you will see a lot of Lucky Derby people. That's pretty much the spot now. So you'll see a lot of the old school dealers, employees, everybody came over. You'll have a good time in a new spot.
Alex makes it 90 to go, and this is going to mess up the action here for between the Addicts and Aaron. Aaron, A6, top trips, if you will. $210 in the pot now.
Like, what was that, 1?
Ooh, that's a weird.
Is that, we're gonna figure this out.
What is that?
Here.
Is
I don't,
30 to 90?
What is?
Oh, he min-raised back, made it 120.
Yeah, Ninja Glasses, you won't be disappointed, man. Come on down, hang out. Have some bottomless mimosas. All in from the Addicts.
Jam for 6 and change.
This is gonna be expensive.
Jesus.
Whee!
Top trips. I don't see Aaron folding. Not the way this hand was played out.
No, not at all. I mean, what's he gonna flip over? 10-6 or 10's full? I mean, you're not going anywhere. Yeah.
Jesus.
Aaron's thinking like, wow, is this how much do you have? I need to count for sure.
You can't fold here.
Yeah,
There it
because
is.
there's the 1 chip call, guys.
I call.
Juicy. Juicy.
9 ball. Duck.
No double board pair for a chop, and Aaron's gonna take it. So he didn't. It looks like obviously the Addicts didn't have 2.4K. Looks like his stack was around $500-600, something like that.
Like 6 and change.
There you go, Cam. And you know, it's funny because, you know, Aaron has had he's been involved in a lot of big pots tonight and had a lot of big hands that didn't necessarily work out for him. So even right there, he was like, look, I have to call this, just please don't suck out on me. Is exactly what he's thinking. He's like, I can't. I have to be part of this.
Yes, that was a raised pot. The Addicts flatted and open with the Queen-6 offer.
Yeah, I think
Poker
gonna
is not dead.
Yeah. No.
Poker is alive and well.
Poker is alive and very well. Now we're bumping Jesse's Girl, little Rick Springfield dude. Fantastic. Good tunes.
Gladiator Gaming, cool, man.
Nice. Life is good for Aaron when you don't have time to stack your chips because you're busy getting more hands that you're going to play. Life is good.
Life is good.
He couldn't even get his hand on the sensor because it's all covered in chips. That's called first world problems, guys. Alright guys, we're going to be with you here for about the next 5 or 10 minutes. Got a couple more hands brewing. AA Ron's still with his mammoth Stacko Green Tower. He's like, I ain't cutting this down.
Can't beat it. Reno Grinder in the chat.
Hey, what's going on?
The man himself.
Yes.
Beating those cash games up in Reno like a cheap drum.
Mm-hmm. The best kind of drum.
Yeah. Hey.
Cobra's gonna check it. It's like 3 or 4 players are going to the flop. 2,
Top
5, 6.
set for Bill.
Ooh, life is good. It's kind of a scary board though. Any 3, 4 diamond peels off, a little scary. Open-ended actually for Cobra here. Two-Face Man 69, thanks for joining us. Oh, 4-7.
Three
Cobra
ball.
gets there, and it's a diamond too. So this completes all sorts of stuff. If people are afraid of the flush, Cobra definitely's got that one up straight, and now straight's even more obvious here.
Poker Ninja, yeah, we are Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 to 10. And occasionally on weekends for big tournament events, Sundays even.
Mm-hmm. Like this weekend. Like I said before, click that heart and you'll get notifications so you always know when we're going on live.
We'll let you know.
And when you get that notification, by the way, we have pretty much like a 10-minute pre-delay essentially. So when you get that notification, you got 10 minutes and then you can catch up with us, go grab a cocktail and hang out and have a good time.
Master Sue's the best. Oh. Cobra straightens out, takes down the pot.
Yeah, nice stacks, dude. AA Ron, quite the comeback after just getting snapped off a few hands, for sure.
Definitely ran into a couple rough spots. I'm still perplexed that with the line he took with his second ace's hand.
Yeah.
The check call turn lead, 3-bet, C-bet, check call lead. I'm just like, you know.
What is this?
What is this? Copy that, Bob. All right, guys. Looks like this is gonna be our last hand of the evening. Don't forget to click that heart, get notified. We'll let you know when we're going live. 1-3 this Wednesday. Don't roll your eyes at the stakes. It is the messiest 1-3 game that plays crazy deep.
By 1-3, it might as well even be like a freaking 5-10. Like you need to tune in Wednesday because it's gonna be awesome.
King 9-8, Rainbow, pair of 8s for Cobra.
Under the gun limper.
Checks through, Queen on the turn, brings a heart draw. No one's got hearts. No one's got much of anything here. Another heart. No one's got a jack. Cobra's got his hand on lockdown with his pair of 8s. No, I'm sorry, Alex with the pair of 9s.
Yeah, crushes that 8.
He's all over him.
Crush and Nip Poker, man. Good seeing you, man. Thanks for joining in.
Yeah, talking about Harlan, where Harlan cleaned up the 1-3 ironically for 4K.
Yeah. When was the last time you guys played a 1-3 game and racked out 4K? Tell me that.
Yeah.
That's a preview of what's going to be this Wednesday.
And a game that played 1-3, at times they played 1-3-100.
Yeah, 1-3-100. I mean, you guys don't have that down the street? You're a local friendly card room or what?
Mess.
Fantastic. Guys, everybody, thanks for joining us. Really fun. I think it started out a little tight, a little slow.
We saw a little more limping going on.
Yeah.
And people started opening up and and the deck cooperated with us a little bit.
And it was great because we had, we even had one of the guys in the chat saying, well, I don't know, what's a 3-bet? Is there any, I've never even seen a re-raise. And then all of a sudden it was 3-bet, 4-bet, all in, open shove. Good times.
Regular smash up 5-5 here at Stones.
I love it, the regular. So like you said, Wednesday night, you're gonna see this man playing, along with Veronica and Prisoners and Friends and all of Veronica Eats Souls. It's gonna be fantastic. So we will see you less than 48 hours from now.
Stones Classic starting this weekend. We have a 120 warm-up. Then we have the $500 buy-in, 75K guaranteed monster stack. Saturday, followed up with a 40K guaranteed 350 buy-in, a 150 buy-in 6-max, all capped off the following weekend with a 3-flight 450 buy-in, 125K guarantee. Get down here, fires and barrels, get rich quick.
The whole schedule is on the website. Go to Stones Gambling Hall. You will see it, and we will see you here.
Get white trash rich.
Let's do it. Boom. Later, guys.
Good night.
Thanks for tuning in.